some late-night dynamite here at Truist Park, and the Braves win the game in the series.
Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network is brought to you by the original Louisiana hot sauce. Flavor favors the bold. Your local Ford dealers, proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. The Home Depot, how doers get more done. Your local Hyundai dealer, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. John Foy and Associates Personal Injury Law. Get the strong arm. Arrow Exterminators, make the right call and protect your home or business from pests by calling 888-GO-ARROW. Peachtree Orthopedics, same day evenings and Saturdays. It's time to get better. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of the Atlanta Braves. Yanmar Tractors and Engines, an official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Your Atlanta area Lexus dealer. Experience amazing. Simply Sport, the official CBD partner of your Atlanta Braves. TimberTech Decking and Railing, everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. City of Hope Atlanta, making hope a reality for cancer patients throughout the Southeast. Attorney Ken Nugent, one call, that's all. Xfinity, get the fastest connection to the Braves and stream the biggest moments from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. Pennington Grass Seed, official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. ServPro, when disaster strikes, call ServPro to make it like it never even happened. Saya LTL Freight, the official freight and logistics company of the Atlanta Braves. Corona Extra, La Playa awaits. Georgia Power, the official electric energy partner of the Atlanta Braves. IBEW Local 613. Truist Park keeps the lights on with IBEW 613 electricians. The Battery Atlanta's own ASW Distillery, home of the award-winning Fiddler Bourbon. TYM Tractors, a winning lineup, together as one. Today, it's Atlanta Braves baseball from Chase Field in Phoenix as Ozzie Albies and the Braves get one more shot at the Arizona Diamondbacks. This is Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana hot sauce.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into Atlanta Braves baseball. This afternoon from Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona. It's the final game of a series of 3 between the Braves and the Diamondbacks. Braves looking for a sweep. They'll be sending Spencer Schwellenbach to the mound, and the Diamondbacks will counter with Brandon Pfaadt. Great to have you with us alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Have you been able to regulate your blood pressure back down to a normal rate after the spectacle we saw here yesterday?
You know what? You put it the best at the end of the game last night. It was an absolute roller coaster, and that's what I felt like when we finished that broadcast. To answer your question, no, I'm still trying to get back to baseline.
Might take a few more days after what we saw yesterday. We saw everything, and before we talk about this ball game, I was talking with Jonathan before we went on the air, just thinking about the game of inches, right? Eli White hits a home run off the foul pole. Sean Murphy hits a ball that hits the left fielder's glove and takes the glove over the fence for a home run. The scoop by Matt Olson to end the game on the throw by Austin Riley. The ball that Michael Harris hit that just went over the head of Alek Thomas. On and on and on. And it all adds up to a Braves win. And these are things that were going against the Braves early in the season, so good to have some breaks going your way.
Yeah, when you put it like that and you sum it all up, it is pretty wild to think if any one of those things doesn't go our way by a couple inches, we lose that game. And
yes.
now we got a rubber game today. You know, Eugenio Suarez hit half a mile of home runs yesterday, but we won the vital, 1 foot on all those different 4 plays.
Yeah.
So, the Braves are doing a lot of little things right, and then when you add those things up, it produces some big wins like we saw last night.
You'll take wins, I don't care who the opponent is, but the way that things have gone for the Braves on the road and against good teams, those wins haven't been there. So what do these last 2 wins mean for this team?
Yeah, this Diamondbacks club is a good ball club. They're stuck in the best division in baseball this year. But they have a lot of talent up and down their lineup especially. We caught them at a good time when their bullpen is struggling. But, the Braves are taking advantage of this. And we talked about their road record early in the season, kind of got ambushed there by the Dodgers and the Padres. But this is a good team. This team is built to win. So this is kind of what you expect out of them. And you can see their confidence growing here, winning these close games in a raucous environment here last night. Chase Field, 43,000 fans. So a good early season big game, especially the way it unfolded, and for them to win is a huge boost.
We've seen what these offenses can do. Curious to see what this pitching matchup's going to look like, and I'll have you talk a little bit more about that as we dive into it. But should be a really good matchup between Schwellenbach and Pfaadt, who have been pretty hot to begin the season. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
When we come back, we'll introduce you to the starting lineups, and then right after that, we'll get to the first pitch. It's all coming up right here on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
They're great in baseball games, and they're even better when you need a law firm. If you've been in an auto accident and need legal representation, do yourself a favor and get the best call there is. One call, that's all. With Ken Nugent and his team. Ken's team fights for you and sticks with you from start to finish, working hard to get your money quick. Give Ken and his team a call. 404-CALL-KEN.
One call, that's all.
Ken F.S. Nugent, P.C., Attorneys at Law. 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
Shooting drills.
A coach who knows the game can teach their team how to improve. But one who genuinely cares about each player
You have what it takes. We got this.
can inspire them to win. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Because when you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Start feeling unstoppable. Visit truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network is lit by the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. Bring the heat.
Solomon Brothers Jewelers is back as your preferred jeweler of the Atlanta Braves. As they get ready for the official season, it's time to get ready for engagement season. And that is at Solomon Brothers Jewelers. With the best prices and the largest inventory on loose diamonds and engagement rings you will find in the entire city. We're proud to be the best local jeweler here in the city. So come visit us at any of our 3 locations in Buckhead, Alpharetta, or Sharpsburg, online at solomonbrothers.com.
Jim Chastain here with ASW Distillery. Braves country, like me, you're excited for the midseason event when all the stars align in Atlanta to host the biggest names in baseball. To celebrate, we've partnered with the Braves to release a limited edition 8-year-old Fiddler Chin Music Bourbon finished on Marucci maple bats that marks not only this milestone, but also the Braves' 8-year anniversary at Truist Park. Look for Fiddler Chin Music 8 Years distinctive blue label this May across Georgia. And Chin Music Toasted is currently available with its Friday Reds label at your local bottle shop.
The Braves Kids Club program is back this season with new and improved benefits, including 2 new membership options. Kids Club members enjoy all the perks of monthly Kids Club days at Truist Park and receive discounted tickets and invites to special events. Plus, your kids will love the new Kids Club kit, featuring an exclusive t-shirt, hat, and beaded necklace like the players wear. It's the best way to rep the Braves in your town. Visit braves.com/kids to sign up for the Kids Club today. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves country.
Hey, Braves fans, this is Chris Domino reminding you that Braves coverage starts 2 hours before every first pitch during the season on the radio home, the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan, and, of course, the Fan app.
Back in Phoenix for the finale in this 3-game series, Braves and the Diamondbacks, in time now for the starting lineups, powered by Georgia Power, the official electric energy partner of the Atlanta Braves. Braves and the D-backs under the roof this afternoon. First game of the series that the roof has been closed. Take a look at the 9 for Brian Snitker. Braves have won their last 3, and they've also won 7 of their last 8. The Braves are 12-14, and they have jumped out of the basement in the East. The Braves now tied for 3rd place in the East, 6.5 games back of the Mets, and they'll lead it off this afternoon with their left fielder, Alex Verdugo. Batting second for the Braves, 3rd baseman Austin Riley, and batting 3rd, the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna. Batting cleanup for the Braves, 1st baseman Matt Olson. Hitting 5th, 2nd baseman Ozzie Albies. Batting 6th, center fielder Michael Harris. Hitting 7th, right fielder Eli White. Batting 8th, catcher Drake Baldwin. Batting 9th, shortstop Nick Allen. And on the mound, making his 6th start of the season, right-hander Spencer Schwellenbach. He's 1-1 with a 2.56 ERA, and he's seeing the Diamondbacks for the first time in his career. So again, for the Braves, it's Verdugo, Riley, Ozuna, Olson, Albies, Harris, White, Baldwin, Allen, and Schwellenbach on the mound. Now for Torey Lovullo's Diamondbacks, they're trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. They're 14-13 on the season. They're in 4th place in the NL West, and they are 3.5 games back of the pace set by the Giants. They'll lead it off this afternoon with the right fielder Corbin Carroll. Batting 2nd for Arizona, switch hitting shortstop Geraldo Perdomo, and batting 3rd, 1st baseman Pavin Smith. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Josh Naylor. Batting fifth, the guy who was playing the role of Roy Hobbs yesterday, third baseman Eugenio Suarez, 4 homers in yesterday's ball game. Batting sixth, center fielder Alec Thomas. Batting seventh, left fielder Lourdes Gurriel. Hitting eighth for the Diamondbacks, second baseman Tim Tawa. Batting ninth, switch hitting catcher Jose Herrera. And on the mound, it's the right-hander Brandon Pfaadt. He has won 4 straight starts. He's 4-1 on the season with a 2.73 ERA. This will be his 6th start of the season. So again, for the Diamondbacks, it's Carroll, Perdomo, Smith, Naylor, Suarez, Thomas, Gurriel, Tawa, Herrera, and Pfaadt on the mound. When we come back, we'll have the first pitch of the game. Braves looking for a sweep in the desert. Braves and Diamondbacks coming up on the Braves Radio Network.
At Hyundai, we make a big deal about the little things, like the little fact that 9 Hyundai vehicles have earned IIHS top safety picks this year, and offering a little thing called America's Best Warranty, because delivering safety and quality, pretty big deal. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month, or get 2.99% APR for 48 months, or $1,750 bonus cash. Hyundai is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Offers end April 30th. Call 813-867-0006 for complete offer details.
Get ready to fall in love, but this time with my home island of Curacao. Hi, I'm Ozzy Albies, second baseman from the Atlanta Braves, and Curacao is where my story began. It's where the vibe is full of color and life, where our culture shines with European and Caribbean flair, and where you're bound to find a new adventure or some much-needed time to relax. It's the start of my story, and it could be the next part of yours. Visit Curacao and feel it for yourself.
Get ready for the new Mega Millions with bigger jackpots more often and get to dreaming bigger only from the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
Braves fans, everyone's first pick for ice cold refreshment is back at McDonald's. The Braves Frozen Fanta, a winning blend of Frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry and Frozen Fanta Wild Cherry. It's the MVP of flavor. And right now you can get a medium for only $1.99. That's what I call knocking your cravings out of the park for a grand slam of a deal. There are drinks, then there are drinks from McDonald's.
Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola and Fanta are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Hey fans, just like Atlanta's fantastic baseball team hits home runs, Georgia Banking Company hits it out of the park with exceptional service and local expertise. As the bank of choice, we're all about winning for Atlanta. With our mobile app, you can change your accounts, transfer funds, and deposit checks anytime, anywhere. Step up to the plate and visit us at georgiabanking.com. Georgia Banking Company, where your success is our mission. Member FDIC.
When the game's on the line, making the right call can be the difference between winning or losing. Right, Blooper? Making the right call after you've been injured is no different. For more than 25 years, injured people have made the right call to John Foy and Associates after an accident. Why? Because they know we fight to get you everything you deserve, and we don't stop fighting until you get the most money possible. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Don't miss Tom Glavine and his Hall of Fame Insight every Monday afternoon at 3:30 during Chuck and Turnoff on the radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Alongside Darren O'Day, Ben Ingram with you. Final game of the series, Braves and Diamondbacks. Braves looking for a sweep. Folks, cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download Prize Picks and use code BRAVES and get $50 instantly when you play $5. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. Braves coming out of the first base dugout wearing the traveling grays, tops and pants with the red lettering, red numerals outlined in navy. Atlanta across the chest on top of the tomahawk. Meanwhile, the Diamondbacks wearing the same uniforms they had on yesterday. Their home white tops, white pants, with the Sedona red numerals and lettering outlined in black and teal, and their A logo on the left chest of their white uniforms. Behind the plate calling balls and strikes, it's Clint Bondrak. First base umpire Dan Bellino. Second base umpire is Phil Cuzzi. And the third base umpire is Tony Randazzo. The leather for Arizona, Pavin Smith at first base, Tim Tawa at second, Gerardo Perdomo at short, and Eugenio Suarez is at third. In the outfield, Lourdes Gurriel in left, Alec Thomas in center, Corbin Carroll is in right field, Jose Herrera the catcher, and the pitcher, the right-hander, Brandon Pfaadt. He's ready, so is Alex Verdugo, and now for the ball game. The first pitch misses high, and we're underway at 1:10 Pacific time here in the desert. Roof is closed. Both teams trying to wake up and get after it after the Wild West shootout last night that saw the Braves victorious 8, 7, and 10 innings. 1 ball and no strikes on Verdugo. And the pitch on the way from Pfaadt. That'll be bounced foul on the first base line. Count even at a ball and a strike. The time of the first pitch brought to you by Schumann Farms. Look for real sweet brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms in a store near you. Alex Verdugo, 2 for 10 in this series. A homecoming for the native of Arizona. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. And Verdugo takes a ball inside 2-1. What are these Braves hitters going to be seeing from Brandon Pfaadt today?
Well, first of all, some funny letters on the back of his jersey. I'm going to mess that up at some point today. Pfaadt. Yeah, he's a low to mid-90s four-seam guy.
There's a 2-1 pitch. Hard smash through the right side and a base hit by Alex Verdugo.
Yeah, sinker, sweeper is his primary off-speed option to righties. Will also throw his changeup to them. I would say his changeup is probably his best off-speed pitch. You know, hitter's not really squaring up, hitting just 174 off it, but he has 0 strikeouts with it. So that kind of portends some of these numbers we'll be talking about today for Pfaadt.
Now facing Austin Riley, just underway here in the top of the first inning. Riley 2 for 9 in the series. Pitch on the way from Pfaadt, big swing and a miss. Where Pfaadt has been his sharpest is against the righties, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. Righties really struggling against him, batting only 167. So a lot of these teams facing him have been loading their lineup with lefties.
0-1 to Riley. Hard hit ball deep down the left field line, reaching for the corner, in for a base hit. And that goes to the edge of the warning track. That'll be a double for Riley. Nice job by Gurriel cutting it off before it got to the wall. And that's the reason that Verdugo's standing in third and not scoring. But a single by Verdugo, a double by Riley, and the Braves in business with no one out and runners at second and third.
Now you got to be happy about that. Might take a little heat off you.
Yeah, that'll help my cause. Yeah, Riley wasn't happy with me yesterday. Got on his naughty list. You know, we were chatting at BP yesterday. Here's Marcell Ozuna, looking for the first RBIs of the game. Pitch on the way to Marcell, and he'll lift one towards right field. Over to his left, Corbin Carroll against the line, makes the catch. Tagging Verdugo. Here he comes down the line. The throw to the plate, the tag, and he got him. And Alex with his hands on his knees, he can't believe it. He thought he was in there. And the Braves saying, hold on, let's take a peek, see if we want to challenge this or not. And this will be challenged. Braves will take a look at this. Corbin Carroll was right on the right field line when he made the catch and came up gunning to the plate. When the catcher, Jose Herrera, caught it, it was to his right and then went diving back to his left. And Verdugo was tumbling into the dish, reaching for the plate, looking for a spot to grab it. And let's see what takes place here.
For the Braves to challenge here in the top of the first and risk their challenge is likely safe, right?
You would think.
We haven't seen a replay yet.
Watching a replay now, I got him safe.
Yeah, he looks safe.
I thought he got the left hand on the edge of the plate before the mid of Herrera got to him.
Looked a lot closer than I thought it was going to be, honestly. Carroll's weight was moving towards that right field line. Got off a quick, accurate throw, though. Verdugo doesn't run quite as well as he did when he broke into the league 9 years ago.
Dan Bellino is the crew chief. He's the first base umpire today, so we'll be hearing from him in a moment. They have a great overhead view here when the roof is closed. In fact, they have a camera attached to the roof right above the plate. We just saw that angle. You just never know these replays. I mean, you and I can see what we see, and I thought that he got in there, but just never know how it's going to pan out. Taking a while to look at it. Brandon Pfaadt taking a few to the mid just to keep his right arm warm. All right, here we go. Here's Dan Bellino.
The ruling on the field stands. opener is out.
Ball stands, and it turns into a double play. And I guess they just could not see anything that definitively overturned the call to see that Verdugo got his hand in there. That's why I say you just never know these things, because to you and I thought he was in there.
Yeah, me too. I guess it just wasn't, conclusive enough to turn it over. What a swing of events there.
So now 2 down for Matt Olson with a runner at second. No score. Matt takes a ball high. Then went 9-2 on the putout of Alex Verdugo. 1-0 to Olson. Ball a little bit low. Brandon Pfaadt, 6'4", 220-pound right-hander from Louisville, Kentucky. He's 26 years old, and he's making his 6th start of the season. He's gone 4-1 with a 2.73 ERA. Hitters count. Pitch on the way to Olson. And a little bit low with a changeup. Last outing for Pfaadt, 6 innings against the Rays, gave up just 1 run on 4 hits. Didn't walk anybody. Struck out 5. Got a win, and he's won 4 straight starts. So he's been a hot one on the mound for the Diamondbacks. 3-0 pitch, a swing and a miss there at a 4-seam fastball.
Yeah, he and Spencer Schwellenbach are 2 of the stingiest in the league with walks. He's walking just 4% of batters. It's right up there with Spencer.
Olson takes his timeout, backs out of there, now climbs back in. Base hit should mean a run as Riley be running on contact with 2 outs. 3-1 from Pfaadt. And a called strike. Olson thought it was ball 4 and started to jog down the line. And now he has to put it in reverse and head back to the left-hand batter's box. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. No score in the top of the first. 3-2 on the way. Swung on, miss. Struck him out with a fastball. So Brandon Pfaadt with a magic trick. Gives up a couple of base hits, but somehow gets through without any damage. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Braves nothing, and the Diamondbacks coming up with...
As a business owner, it's important to keep your business connected. Spectrum Business is committed to keeping your business online, whenever and wherever you need us, all backed by the Spectrum Commitment. Get fast, reliable internet starting at $40 per month when bundled, or level up your internet speed and get a 3-year price guarantee. Learn how Spectrum Business can help your business stay connected at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah & Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah & Farah, Tampa.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means?
Proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Atlanta Braves and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves. Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Diamondbacks coming to the plate for the first time. Here's Corbin Carroll, and the first pitch swung on and laced into left field. That'll roll into the gap. That continues to roll across the turf to the warning track and all the way to the wall. Carroll flying around second base. He races for third. Braves to the cutoff man. They throw to the bag too late, and a leadoff triple for Corbin Carroll. Corbin Carroll with his second triple of this series. And he's at third base to lead things off here in the bottom of the first inning.
And on that one, we saw why this park here at Chase Field produces 86% more triples than the average field. Turf is super fast, and you got a lot of fast base runners, Corbin Carroll being the very fastest on this team.
Batter is Geraldo Perdomo. Spencer Schwellenbach brings his second pitch. And there's a called strike. Here's the leather for Atlanta. Matt Olson at first base. Ozzie Albies at second. Nick Allen, the shortstop. Austin Riley at third. Introduce you to the outfield after the 0-1 pitch to the switch-hitting Perdomo. Swings it from the left side. Pitch from Schwellenbach. Ground ball out to second. Ozzie's got it. He'll send it to first base. The run scores. A ground out puts one out up on the board, but also a run for the Diamondbacks. And it's 1-0 Arizona. RBI number 20 of the season for Geraldo Perdomo. In the Braves outfield, it's Alex Verdugo in left field. Michael Harris patrolling center. Eli White is in right. Drake Baldwin the catcher, and Spencer Schwellenbach on the mound. Schwellenbach 6'1", 210 pounds, the righty from Saginaw, Michigan, 24 years old. There's a called strike on Pavin Smith. And something that we've noticed here lately, Darren, when it comes to Schwellenbach, some very aggressive swings early in counts against him.
Yeah, I mean, I would too.
0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss.
You know, he's got a plethora of pitches, and they're all nasty. So you're trying to jump on the first fastball you see, because you don't want to see that plus slider, the split, the curveball, the cutter, the change. They're all great.
Ahead 0-2. Pitch on the way, and a ball low and inside with a slider.
But if it doesn't go like you expected, now you're giving Spencer shorter at bats. You're going to let him get deeper in the game. You have to face him with that deep repertoire of pitches 3 times.
There's the 1-2. Low and inside, so it's kind of a calculated risk, isn't it?
It is, yeah. You know, if your plan is jumping that first fastball, you might look up in the 8th inning and see him still out there.
Right. 1-0 Diamondbacks. 2-2 from Schwellenbach. And cutting it loose, Pavin Smith missed the splitter. First strikeout of the game for Spencer Schwellenbach, and 2 down here in the inning. Schwellenbach 1-1 with a 2.56 ERA. That's through 5 starts. Last time we saw him, 7 solid innings versus the Cardinals. That was on the 21st. Gave up 3 runs, 2 earned on 8 hits, no walks and 5 strikeouts, and they got a no decision in a game the Braves eventually won. Josh Naylor swings and fouls one back. But to that point, Darren, Schwellenbach has gone 6 innings or more in 4 of 5 starts, so you're used to him logging some innings. Right-hander from Nebraska brings the 0-1. That'll miss low. And a 1-1 count.
Yeah. And 4 out of his 5 starts, also quality starts. So getting deep into the game. Not a lot of damage allowed. You know, Diamondback strike early here with that Corbin Carroll triple. Can't do much about that. That was a rocket.
1-1 pitch. Speaking of rockets, that one goes foul down the right field line.
Another thing that makes Schwellenbach great is his mentality, his calm demeanor on the mound. You know, he's not going to worry about 1 run in the first inning. He's going to focus on the main goal, which is keeping his team in the game for 6 or 7 innings.
He's pitching on this mound for the first time. This is the first time he's ever faced the Diamondbacks in his career. 1-2 to Naylor, a reach and a miss, and a really good splitter. So he uses the split finger for strikeouts versus Smith, and Naylor gives up 1 run. We head to the top of the 2nd inning, 1-0 Arizona.
When you're looking for leading cardiac care, look to Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead.
As a business owner, it's important to keep your business connected. Spectrum Business is committed to keeping your business online, whenever and wherever you need us, all backed by the Spectrum Commitment. Get fast, reliable internet starting at $40 per month when bundled, or level up your internet speed and get a 3-year price guarantee. Learn how Spectrum Business can help your business stay connected at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Hey, it's me, Paige DeSorbo, and I'm so excited to share my new shoe collection at DSW, filled with my favorite styles and trends for spring. Because if you know me, you know I'm kind of obsessed with shoes. And by kind of obsessed, I mean head over heels. You're going to love these shoes, so snag super cute styles like cute flats, fun heels, and cool sneakers from the Paige DeSorbo collection right now at your DSW store or dsw.com.
It's 680 The Fan.
In the top of the second here at Chase Field, a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hope you're having a great weekend. It's been a good weekend for the Braves as they've won their first 2 games here versus Arizona, hoping for a sweep today, but trailing 1-0. Ozzie Albies leads off the top of the second. Ozzie 3 for 10 in the series and hits one straight up into the air. On the infield, third baseman Gino Suarez just to the left of the mound, calling them all off, staggers onto the front slope of the mound and makes the catch, 1 down. All season long in the second inning, if the Braves steal the base, you'll have a chance to win at least $50 in free Marathon gas cards. And you can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/stolenbase. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. First stop on our 2-city road trip. It's off to Denver after the game. We'll see the Rockies tomorrow. Michael Harris takes a called strike. So it would be nice to roll into that series fresh off a sweep here in Arizona. Trailing 1-0. Here's the 0-1 to Michael Harris. And Harris hits one in the air out towards right center field. Charging over to his right, Corbin Carroll. He makes the catch out in right center. He's a speedster. And that's 2 very good plays he's already made in this game.
Yeah, we talked about yesterday, the outfield here at Chase Field is enormous. So the Diamondbacks put a priority on having fast outfielders. A little bit slower today with Gurriel in left versus Barraza, who we've seen. We saw last night. But not a lot of free space out there.
Eli White takes a called strike. Yeah, still a couple of track stars out there in Thomas and Carroll. Speaking of speed, Eli White in the lineup today, playing in right field. A lot of playing time lately, and he's responded. 0-1, check swing, didn't go. Now a late appeal, and that confirms what we already knew at a 1-1 count. We were talking about Brandon Pfaadt and his numbers versus right-handed batters. And you have another left-handed outfielder in Jared Kelenic, and that might have been the biggest decision for Snit today. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Check swing, and that's a strike, 1-2. He could have gone with an all left-handed outfield with Verdugo, Harris, and Kelenic against a pitcher who's very tough on righties. But it just shows you how good Eli White's been going that he gets the nod today, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. He's been seeing the ball well, really taking advantage of opportunities.
1-2 fouled off. Do it again with a 1-2 count.
And last year, righties hit 70 points lower against Pfaadt than lefties, and the trend has continued this year. But man, when you got a guy on a heater like Eli White, you have to play him.
Yeah, doesn't matter who's on the mound.
Exactly.
1-2 to Eli White, and he missed outside with a fastball. Pretty good take. 1-0 Diamondbacks, top of the second. Eli White trying to keep the Braves out of a 1-2-3 inning. Wind up in the 2-2. That's off the plate, 3-2. If you didn't know how to pronounce Brandon Pfaadt's last name, and you just saw how it's spelled P-F-A-A-D-T, I'd love to know what your first thought was of how you pronounce that name. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Outside ball 4. So a 2-out walk. Good job by Eli. That'll bring Drake Baldwin to the plate.
I would just say Fat. And
Brandon Pfaadt?
Fat. And that's what I thought it was before today when I asked you. You know, you're a professional, so... yeah, I don't know. That's a strange name.
I'd have gone with Fat, too. But it's Brandon Pfaadt, and his last name is of German origin. There's a pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin. Righty deals, and Drake whacks one in the right field. A humpback liner down for a base hit. Down to second base for Eli White. So White with a walk, Baldwin with a single. That'll put the bat in the hands of Nick Allen with 2 down.
Well, what a luxury to have a backup catcher with a swing like Drake Baldwin. You know, pinch hitting is hard, and Drake has not gotten the playing time he really expected here this year. But to be able to jump off the bench and get a knock in your first pitch you've seen, it's hard to do.
Yeah, that's good work. So 2 down for Nick Allen, who's 1 for 6 in the series. His one hit was in game 1. It was an RBI single. Now looking for a base hit to tie the game. Offering to Allen. That'll miss low and outside. Did a little research on Brandon Pfaudt's last name. I mentioned it's of German origins, believed to derive from the region of Bavaria, meaning path or way.
Okay.
Makes me think of that path that they used to have on the field here in between the batter's circle and the mound, which no longer exists. 1-0 pitch. That's in for a called strike.
You mean the Buck Showalter special?
Yeah. So that was Buck's decision?
Yeah, Buck. He tended to micromanage stuff, and the design of this field and this stadium has his fingerprints all over it. So that was his baby, that keyhole, I think they used to call it.
Yeah. 1-1, cutting it loose. Allen missed every stitch of that sweeper.
And he was my manager for 6.5 years. He loved to go to stadiums and talk to you, break them down, all the bad stuff about him, what he wouldn't do there, and he would talk about how he designed a lot of this field.
Here's the 1-2. Allen with a dribbler down the third base line and foul. You know, coming into this season, the Tigers had that keyhole pattern, the path between the mound and the plate, and I think they did away with it this year.
Oh, really?
I don't think there's another keyhole infield left in baseball right now.
They've gone extinct. Can you imagine you get some funny hops off that? Just a random path of clay right to the pitcher's mound.
Yeah. Ready with a 1-2, and the pitch on the way from Pfaadt. Now there's a called third strike. Sinker dots the zone, and that's it for a very frustrated Nick Allen. Braves get a couple of men on base with 2 down, nothing to show for it. Go to the bottom of the second inning, 1-0 Arizona.
Hey, Small.
As a business owner, it's important to keep your business connected. Spectrum Business is committed to keeping your business online whenever and wherever you need us, all backed by the Spectrum Commitment. Get fast, reliable internet starting at $40 per month when bundled, or level up your internet speed and get a 3-year price guarantee. Learn how Spectrum Business can help your business stay connected at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Hey, it's me, Paige DeSorbo, and I'm so excited to share my new shoe collection at DSW, filled with my favorite styles and trends for spring. Because if you know me, you know I'm kind of obsessed with shoes. And by kind of obsessed, I mean head over heels. You're going to love these shoes, so snag super cute styles like cute flats, fun heels, and cool sneakers from the Paige DeSorbo collection right now at your DSW store or dsw.com.
Are you ready to take a swing at base balderdash? Today's phrase is
more done.
Hey, it's Cellini here. Remember, me and Chris, the baseball man, Domino, come to you starting at 10 o'clock every weekday until 2, right here on The Fan, your home of the Braves and the Fan app.
1-0 Diamondbacks, and this place rises to their feet with the introduction of Eugenio Suarez, who had a historic day yesterday, but in a loss for the Diamondbacks. And here's his first trip to the plate here today. First pitch he sees is a called strike. Yesterday, a 4-home run game for Eugenio Suarez, the 19th 4-homer game in Major League history. So there have been fewer of those than perfect games. 0-1 pitch is low and outside. It was just the third that came in a defeat, and the second in the modern era since 1900. And of course, Braves fans know the other. There's the 1-1. That'll be swung on, missed. Bob Horner in 1986 hit 4 home runs against the Expos, and the Braves lost that game 11-8. It also happened in 1896. Ed Delahaney of the Phillies had a 4-home run game, but a losing effort. 1-2 from Schwellenbach, low and outside, 2-2. And chatting with Brian Snitker before the game, I said, look, Suarez has just been a monster, not just yesterday, but in this series. He's 5 for 6. I said, what's the plan of attack? He said, we've got to execute pitches. We didn't do that yesterday. Pitch misses down 3-2, and he was there to capitalize on those missed locations.
Yeah, just watching the tape, there was really only one pitch I would say was a good pitch. It was a fastball up from Grant Holmes. The other ones were ones that the Braves pitchers would want back.
3-2. Missed inside for ball 4. To him a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Correction, that was a 6. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. And a leadoff walk. But
yeah,
a number you brought up before the game is all the runs he's accounted for.
Yeah, the Diamondbacks before today had scored 9 runs in the series. Suarez scored both the first day when they scored 2, and yesterday he scored 4 of the 7. So 6 of 9 runs this series have been scored by one player on their team.
Unbelievable. Alek Thomas, the batter. Thomas swings and misses. I mean, altogether, you like what the Braves have done against their lineup.
Yeah.
Just a couple of guys notwithstanding.
Yeah, we came into the series, Carroll and Pavin Smith were 2 of the hottest hitters in the league. And, Carroll had a triple today, his second triple of the series. But besides that, we've been holding them down.
Alek Thomas takes a ball outside from Schwellenbach.
Just got to figure out a way to get Suarez out.
1-0 Diamondbacks, bottom of the second. Runner at first, no one out. Alek Thomas softly taps one back to the mound, leaping Schwellenbach to second, and it bounces under the glove of Allen and into left center field. Down to third base for Eugenio Suarez, cruising to second, Alek Thomas, and a very rare fielding and then throwing error by Schwellenbach. Nice job fielding it, but the throw was the issue.
Yeah, a little casual on the run throw from Spencer. He's gonna look back at that and wish he set his feet and made a good strong throw out there to Nick Allen. Instead, he went with like Jeter jump throw there.
Fielder's choice for Thomas, and then the E1 to advance the runners to second and third. Here's Lourdes Gurriel. First pitch to him will be taken low. I tell you what, anytime Schwellenbach's on the mound, especially with guys on base, if you have a ground ball hit his way that he can get to, you think, good, something good's about to happen, because he's such an elite defender. Just did not finish the throw. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Gurriel. He'll take a ball low.
Yeah, we've seen him make a couple plays this season and last year that 99% of pitchers won't make. So very skilled, very confident. Just got a little casual there.
So now second and third, no one out. Here's the 2-0 from Schwellenbach. And that's hit hard to deep center. Michael Harris going to charge towards it, make the catch. Tagging from third base, Suarez. Throw goes to Nick Allen, the cutoff man. That holds Thomas at second. Sac fly by Gurriel, and it's 2-0 Arizona here in the second inning.
Suarez has now scored 7 of 11 runs in this series. I think we've gotten him out once. First at bat of the series.
Yeah, that's
Since
right.
then, leadoff walk obviously compounded the problem with the throwing error.
Yeah, he's reached base 8 straight times now. Here's Tim Tawa. Takes the ball upstairs. Folks, only the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot, the original Louisiana brand hot sauce. Buy you some. 1 out, runner at second. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And Tawa with a bouncer right back to Schwellenbach. He throws to third base, and they have Alek Thomas in a rundown. They send Thomas back to second. Now charge him to third. Throw to Schwellenbach. Tag applied on a head-first attempt to go into the bag, and they got him there. Tawa down to second base on the rundown. And that time, Schwellenbach able to make up for it with a very nice defensive play. He started the rundown, and then he finished up the pickle with the tag.
That is the second pitcher tag we've had at rundowns in the last 2 nights. The last 2 games, I should say. Yeah, good play there, getting the lead out, but unfortunately the rundown took a little too long, so Tawa did end up getting to second.
That was a 1-5-4-1 out of Alek Thomas. 2 down, and Tawa down to second on the play. Here's Jose Herrera, his first at bat of the series. Nice defensive play. We'll make that the Truist play of the game. Brought to you by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC. 1-0 pitch and a bouncer out to first base. That'll be taken by Matt Olson on the second hop. Tosses underhand to the bag. Schwellenbach's there. And that's out number 3. So the error and the walk cost the Braves a run. But a good job by Schwellenbach making sure it did not unravel into more than that. We'll go to the top of the 3rd inning. 2-0 Arizona.
As a business owner, it's important to keep your business connected. Spectrum Business is committed to keeping your business online whenever and wherever you need us, all backed by the Spectrum Commitment. Get fast, reliable internet starting at $40 per month when bundled, or level up your internet speed and get a 3-year price guarantee. Learn how Spectrum Business can help your business stay connected at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only, save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Do you know the following baseball slang? Today's phrase.
Buck Belue Show here on the Fan, 680 and 93.7, home of the Braves.
2-0 Diamondbacks into the top of the 3rd. Braves have the top of the order coming up. Xfinity knows live baseball is better with less freezing at the plate, and that's why we deliver Wi-Fi built for streaming with ultra-low lag. Get the fastest connection to the Braves and stream more of the biggest moments from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. These Braves have won 7 of their last 8 games and 8 of their last 11. And if you zero in on the last 8 games for the Braves, they have scored 47 runs over their last 8. And I'll tell you another department that has turned things around for the Braves. Alex Verdugo takes a called strike. How about this? Over the last 8 games, you remember how we were pointing out how the Braves are in a drought with runners in scoring position? Over the last 8 games, they're batting .369 with runners in scoring position. There's one whacked into center and a base hit by Alex Verdugo. Got a changeup that he barreled out there. He's now 2 for 2. But you want to go win 8 of your last 11 games and 7 of 8, go hit .369 with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, that's something they've really improved on. You know, as you mentioned, 7 out of the last 8 wins. Got to see more of that here today. Fott has done a good job thus far this year of stranding runners. 92% strand rate, the very highest in the major leagues.
That's a big number. Austin Riley takes a called strike.
Yeah, and it's unsustainable to me. So, but with runners in scoring position, he's only allowing batters an .067 average. So he's pitching well when it matters the most to him.
0-1 to Riley. Not a miss outside, 1-1.
And you know, in baseball we have numbers for everything. He does have a nice ERA at 2.73, but if you go with just the numbers, his expected ERA is a 5.3. So he is getting lucky, factoring in that strand rate and that good performance with guys on base.
Here's a 1-1. Riley sends one foul. All right, Riley's 1 for 1 with a double. With one more hit, am I out of the doghouse?
I think so. He's a pretty forgiving guy, and as you mentioned, we won last night, so it didn't matter as much that you jinxed him in batting practice.
Trying to shine some positivity down there. There's the 1-2 pitch on the way. Riley with a dribbler foul. Yeah, we're at BP yesterday. And obviously Riley's put up enormous numbers in this ballpark. And I didn't get specific into it. I just said, man, you really enjoy hitting here, don't you? And he said, we don't talk about that. And then he goes out and goes 0 for 5 in the game. And, of course, I'm the scapegoat in it all. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Riley reaches and misses for strike 3. Went after a sweeper. And I get on the bus, and he says, what did I tell you about what we were talking about at BP?
He said the same thing to me. He said, I told your boy. I'm not real happy with him.
You got to get him one more hit. At least one. And a win would be nice as well. Braves down 2-0. Marcell Ozuna flied out to right field in the first inning. There's a called strike. And on his fly out to right, Alex Verdugo attempted to tag from third and score. Corbin Carroll's throw to the plate looked to be in time. They said that Verdugo was out. Braves challenged it. And we like where the Braves stood on the replay. 0-1 is outside, but they said call stands and Verdugo is out. So now Ozuna batting with a runner at first and 1 out, trailing 2-0. Braves have out hit the Diamondbacks 4-1, but trailing by a couple of runs. 1-1 pitch. Lifted foul. That'll find the upper deck of the stadium down the first baseline. You could say that we saw some things in the ball game yesterday that none of us have ever seen before, at least in person. And honestly, that continued into this morning. Saw something here I've never seen before. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna takes a ball high. We got to the ballpark this morning. Roof closed. None of the lights on. And we're walking in, and there are people all over the outfield. They had a 1,000-person yoga class on the outfield turf several hours before the first pitch. There's the 2-2 pitch. There's ball low and outside. I'd never seen that before.
BYOM?
Bring your own mat?
I would imagine.
Yeah.
They have a supply of 1,000 mats, are they?
Yeah, I think everybody was rolling up their own mats. Yeah, there was 1,000 people out there in the outfield doing yoga. Picked off the first base. Back in with a dive, Verdugo.
Well, what a way to start the day.
Yeah. I bet a lot of those folks stayed. Got another good crowd here today. Been some big crowds this weekend here at Chase Field. 3-2 pitch. Ozuna hits one on the ground at third. Suarez has it. To second, they get one. And Tawa lobs to first, and they get two. All the way around the horn, a 5-4-3 double play. And the Braves turned away in the top of the third. We advance to the bottom of the inning, 2-0 Arizona.
As a business owner, it's important to keep your business connected. Spectrum Business is committed to keeping your business online, whenever and wherever you need us, all backed by the Spectrum Commitment. Get fast, reliable internet starting at $40 per month when bundled, or level up your internet speed and get a 3-year price guarantee. Learn how Spectrum Business can help your business stay connected at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Are you ready to take a swing at Basebalderdash? Today's phrase is nubber. Do you know what it means?
And your chance to win a pair of Brave tickets every weekday morning in the locker room during the 7 a.m. hour on the radio home of the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan.
2-0 2-0 Diamondbacks into the bottom of the third inning alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Benning Premier with you. Spencer Schwellenbach goes back to work, and that's going to be right down the right field line, hooking foul by Corbin Carroll. He did some pretty impressive swings early in this game. Had a triple and a run scored in the first inning. Hit that one pretty hard, but foul. 0-1. Schwellenbach's 30th pitch of the game will miss low. Corbin Carroll, 24 years old, very exciting player. He's out of Seattle. Offering on the way, a chase and a miss. Good splitter there. Carroll was the 16th overall pick in 2019. He was the Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Washington. Forewent his commitment to play baseball at UCLA and signed with the Diamondbacks. There's the 1-2. Inside and low with a fastball. Growing up, Carroll was a huge fan of the Seattle Mariners. And his favorite player, pretty easy to guess this one, Ichiro. There's a ground ball out to first, a fair ball, glove back to the bag by Olson, a toss to the bag, Schwellenbach's there. And one away here in the third inning. One down, that brings Geraldo Perdomo up to the plate. Folks, you need all the energy you can get for game day, and at Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget. We're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference so you can save more energy for the game. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. Geraldo Perdomo takes ball outside.
We've been talking a lot this series about how well this Diamondbacks team hits the fastball, specifically the right-hander fastball.
1-0 and a ground ball out to second. Well, there's some mustard on that one, but Ozzy's got it. Goes over to first base for the out, 2 down.
And the one hit they have was Corbin Carroll off the first fastball of the game. And so, Spencer with the deep arsenal, I think what we're going to see the rest of the way is a lot more off-speed stuff and just the occasional fastball. That he just threw one to Perdomo there, and that was a rocket ground ball. It was an out, but he hit it hard. So you might see an adjustment here from Spencer. The splitter's been working really well against these lefties.
Pavin Smith takes a called strike. Well, that's the beauty of having such a deep arsenal with pitches that you command top to bottom.
Yeah. And if there's, Spencer had an exceptional rookie year last year.
0-1 to Smith outside.
But if there's one place, we're splitting hairs here, I would say you could improve. It's his fastball to lefties. Lefties hit 286 off it with over a 700 slugging percentage last year.
1-1 pitch outside, 2-1.
And that's continued. Lefty's only hitting about 240 off it this year, but that really jumps off the page compared to the low success they've had against everything else he throws.
2-1, a swing and a miss at a slider.
And the guy he's facing right now, Pavin Smith, highest slugging percentage by far in the league against fastballs. So he's going to see a steady diet of these sliders and splitters.
See if that's what he goes right back to here. Looking for the third strikeout of the game. He'll get it. Swing and a miss at a splitter. So a really good bottom of the third by Spencer Schwellenbach. A 1-2-3 frame. We go to the top of the fourth. 2-0 Diamondbacks.
Things at the ballpark are really heating up.
It's a cold day here in Alaska, but there's one animal seemingly unaffected. Bright-eyed and determined enters the husky. Observe as they go up the mountain, guided by pure instinct. They are truly amazing masters of this wilderness. But even these amazing pets can't sign up for Lemonade Pet Insurance. You can. Sign up now at lemonade.com/amazing.
As a business owner, it's important to keep your business connected. Spectrum Business is committed to keeping your business online whenever and wherever you need us, all backed by the Spectrum Commitment. Get fast, reliable internet starting at $40 per month when bundled, or level up your internet speed and get a 3-year price guarantee. Learn how Spectrum Business can help your business stay connected at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only, save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did.
What happened here at the top of the fourth inning, trailing 2-0. It'll be Olsen, Albies, and Harris coming up. Northside Hospital for a healthier future together. Look to Northside. Alongside Darren O'Day, Ben Ingram here with you. Braves made some news today. Just a little bit over a month after trading Ian Anderson to the Angels, they have claimed him off of waivers. And Ian Anderson back in the Braves organization. Matt Olson takes a called strike. What do you think about that move?
Yeah, I like it. You know, we all know Ian's potential, what a big part he was of this pitching staff when he was a little younger and was right.
0-1 to Olson, high and away, 2-0. Rather, 1-1, I should say.
So you bring him in, and you have some length out of the bullpen here. I think he's going to be out of the bullpen. And if he struggles, maybe you can get him to accept going to AAA.
1-1 pitch popped up on the infield. Suarez and Perdomo right next to each other. This is Suarez's ball. And one down. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
You can never have too much length, especially out of your bullpen with a trip to Colorado coming up.
That's right.
Braves trailing 2-0. Ozzie Albies takes the ball inside.
And Colorado lends itself particularly to guys who rely heavy on changeup. You know, and Ian's a guy that best off speed is his changeup because the high altitude doesn't affect those pitches quite as much as breaking balls.
1-0, killed but foul up into the second deck deep down the right field line.
A couple of years ago, Darius Vines had a excellent start, his league debut. I think he went 6 innings at Coors Field because he too relies on that changeup. So maybe that's part of the calculus there with Ian.
That's a good idea. 1-1 to Albies. That'll be fouled back. Also, the Braves made a move that we chatted about before the game as Davis Daniel has come up. And he's been a starter at AAA, and he joins the team. And Snit told us before the game he'll be used for more of that length that you're talking about out of the bullpen. He's stretched out. 1-2 swung on and missed by Albies. Sweeper in the dirt. And that is the 4th strikeout of the game by Brandon Pfaadt.
Yeah, another part of that might be, you know, Scott Blewett was who he thought would be the long guy here in the Braves bullpen, but he came out yesterday and struck out 3 out of 4 batters he faced in really an utterly dominant fashion. So Braves might be thinking, man, we want to use him in some higher leverage situations. We need to find somebody who can throw us some long innings.
2 down, bases empty for Michael Harris, and he'll bounce one up the first base line. That'll be gloved on the second bounce by Pavin Smith. Puts his right foot on the bag, and the Braves go down 1-2-3 in the top of the 4th inning. We go to the bottom of the inning, still a 2-0 lead for the Diamondbacks.
Take a swing at picking sports this baseball season with Underdog. Playing on their app is as easy as choosing.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Don't miss your chance to spring into deals at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 select 1-pint annuals for just $5. Plus, get a free 60-volt Toro battery when you purchase a select 60-volt Toro electric mower. With deals like these, your yard wins. Shop in-store or online today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/30 while supplies last. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Hawaii.
Upgrade with new windows. Nobody knows windows like Wanakee Remodeling. Their Renewal by Andersen windows are durable, beautiful, custom crafted, made to order, and professionally installed. Energy efficient windows from Wanakee Remodeling and Renewal by Andersen offer elegance, strength, and stability of wood with low maintenance features of vinyl. This month, buy one window or patio door, get one 40% off, plus special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more details.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Fair and Fair.
Turn off on the radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Ben Darren and Jay Chad with you here at Chase Field. Roof closed here in Phoenix. Diamondbacks 2, Braves nothing. It'll be Naylor, Suarez, and Thomas for the Diamondbacks in the bottom of the 4th inning. This is the Tidal Wave Auto Spa inning. So Spencer Schwellenbach looking for a clean bottom of the 4th. Save you big tomorrow. Naylor takes the ball inside. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is making Braves country clean car country all season long. And if the Braves could pitch a scoreless 4th inning today, Tidal Wave will offer half off the Best Wash membership tomorrow. Learn more at TidalWaveAutospa.com/Braves. Ball pulled foul down the right field line and a 1-1 count on Josh Naylor. Naylor comes from a very talented family of baseball players. Got to play with his younger brother, Bo, for parts of 3 seasons in Cleveland. One ball and 1 strike. And the pitch on the way to Naylor. And he strokes one in the air to right center field. In for a base hit. Rolling to the gap. All the way to the base of the right center field wall in front of the swimming pool. Michael Harris up with it. Flings it into Ozzie Albies, and it's a leadoff double by Josh Naylor.
Yeah, Spencer Schwellenbach has been terrorizing these Diamondbacks hitters with that splitter. All 3 of his strikeouts on that pitch, but there he just got one up in the zone to Naylor. Naylor able to hit it hard out there in the gap, and we know the ball moves so quickly in the outfield here that likely going to be extra bases.
7th double of the season for Naylor, and here's Eugenio Suarez, who's reached base 8 straight trips to the plate. And he swings and misses at a first pitch slider. You know, we were talking about Suarez earlier, one of just 3 players in the history of the game to hit 4 homers in a game in a losing effort. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That'll be squirted into shallow right and down for a base hit. Unbelievable. This guy's got a magic wand at the plate. And that time just able to flip one into shallow right field. He's on for the 9th straight time. That'll put runners at first and third. When you look at Suarez, especially with some of the haircuts that he's had over the years, looks like a wild man, doesn't he? He's dyed his hair multiple colors. He even had a chrome haircut one year. Got the ponytail coming out of the back of his helmet right now. But after doing some reading about Ed Delahaney, who was the first guy to hit 4 homers in a game in a losing effort back in the 1800s, Suarez has got nothing on that guy. You'll have to do your own research on Ed Delahaney. What a wild man. Alec Thomas takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
Old Ed got himself in trouble a few times.
Yeah, you could say that. One final time. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Alec Thomas. And then Thomas strikes one to deep left field. Down the line it flies to the wall and off the base of the wall. That'll score Naylor. Suarez coming to the plate. Here's the throw from Allen. A good throw, and they have got him. Arriving at third base now is Alec Thomas. So 1 run scores. Braves get it out at the plate. And it's now 3-0 Diamondbacks. It's a double by Thomas. He arrives at third on the throw home. But a really nice job out of left field from Verdugo to Allen. And Allen a good throw to the catcher, Drake Baldwin.
Yeah, quick relay by Allen. A little bit low, so Drake had to pick that one out of the dirt. Nice job by Drake. Securing it and putting that tag.
It's just good to finally get Eugenio Suarez out somewhere. 1 down for Lourdes Gurriel. Infield in. Pitch swung on a miss at a slider. 0-1. 0-1 pitch. A little bit low and outside. That went 7-6-2 on the put out of Suarez. Runner at third, 1 out, 3-0 Arizona. Schwellenbach brings it. 1-1 check swing, the appeal, and he did go. Strikeout here would be really big for Schwellenbach. Alec Thomas with his 12th RBI of the year on that double. Schwellenbach set right at the belly. Is 1-2 to Gurriel. Check swing, pop up, knocked the bat out of his hands. Allen under it, makes the catch. Thomas holds at third. That was weird. Wow. It's like he just threw the bat at it. And when the ball made contact on the bat, I don't think it was in his hand.
It wasn't. Yeah, fooled him so bad at that slider. He threw his bat at it to avoid striking out and made contact with it.
I mean, just the sound that it made sounded like something out of a Little League game.
That's wild. There you go. Got your infield pop-up just as good as a strikeout.
Now 2 down for Tim Tawa. 3-0 Arizona, bottom of the 4th. Schwellenbach back to work. Good pitch. Got a sinker over. 0-1. Trying to limit the damage. Hold that runner at third. 0-1 to Tawa. And a ground ball up the middle. Allen, glove, spins, fires. Olsen scoops in the bag. That is a dynamite play. And it saves a run. Nick Allen, a black hole out there, getting to everything. And a really good scoop by Matt Olson. Terrific all the way around. 1 run up.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Don't miss your chance to spring into deals at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 select 1-pint annuals for just $5. Plus, get a free 60-volt Toro battery when you purchase a select 60-volt Toro electric mower. With deals like these, your yard wins. Shop in-store or online today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/30 while supplies last. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Hawaii.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is on the screws. Do you know what it means?
Chris Domino on the radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Braves have been shut out 3-0 through 4 innings. Action transfers into the top of the 5th. Eli White getting it going for the Braves as it's 7, 8, 9 in the order. Brandon Pfaadt back to work, and there's a called strike on Eli White. Braves with 4 hits on Pfaadt. He's walked 1, he struck out 4, and he's had 2 double plays turned behind him. 0-1 to Eli, that'll miss low. Brandon Pfaadt, as we mentioned, out of Louisville, Kentucky, went to Trinity High School and then Bellarmine University. Drafted by the Diamondbacks in the 5th round of the 2020 draft. Went 7 picks ahead of Bryce Elder. There's a ball high, 2 balls and a strike. Braves have seen some good starters in this series against them, with Gallen and Kelly yesterday. Pfaadt today. 2-1, a swing and a miss as Eli White went after a low sweeper, 2-2. Offering on the way. There's a ball that misses. Just missed with a sinker. Next time we see Arizona, be a little bit over a month from now in Atlanta. They come to Atlanta in June. 3-2 pitch. White charges one up down the left field line, in for a base hit, rolling all the way to the wall. All the way into the corner, just now arriving to it, Gurriel. And Eli White with a double. He had a walk in the second inning, a double here, and he's doing pretty well against a very stingy righty.
Yeah, what a dynamic player to have at the bottom of your lineup right now. Eli, he running so hard from right out of the box there. He was probably thinking about third base as the ball rattled around out there in the outfield.
Well, now it's Drake Baldwin to the plate. He's singled back in the second inning. And a base hit here could mean a run for the Braves. 3-0 Diamondbacks in the top of the fifth. And the pitch to Drake. That'll be fouled back just to our left. That goes right into the Diamondbacks Spanish radio booth.
Heads up. Cuidado.
Oh, Rodrigo's all right over there. Rodrigo Lopez, who was in camp with the Braves back in 2011. One of their broadcasters. A one pitch, swung on, missed.
You've been warning me we're in play here, and that was a screamer. I mean, that's not a given. I'm catching that one, Ben.
It's best to clear out.
I might be taking a dive.
Yeah. They've been peppering the press box. Ground ball foul. It's always the lefties with our angle. I feel like anytime it's a lefty, we're at the perfect angle. And I'll tell you something that Don Sutton told me one time when it comes to foul balls back into the booth. He said, just get out of the way. They don't issue errors to broadcasters.
Wise words.
Here's the 0-2. Baldwin sends one foul to the first baseline. Diamondbacks come to Atlanta June 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That'll be a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That would wrap up a homestand then, so we'll see them in a little bit more than a month, and then done with the Diamondbacks for the rest of the regular season. Pitch on the way from Fott, and that'll miss low. One-two to Baldwin. That'll miss low and inside. It's a very impressive Diamondbacks team. So these are two big wins for the Braves in this series thus far. But they're going to get healthier as they wait for Ketel Marte to come back. They got a couple of big base hits in an extended spring training game here in the last few days. So he's getting closer to coming back and joining the big league club. 2-2 pitch and a called third strike. Sinker zipped over the inside corner. Baldwin goes down looking. Strikeout number 5 for Fott.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to a lefty. Fott's really got a lot of movement on that sinker glove side. Not everybody can do that. You know, that's coming into Drake, and last second zooms over the plate for a called strike 3. And Fott has been doing that to right-handers as well.
3-0 Diamondbacks, top of the 5th. Runner at second, one out for Nick Allen. Nick takes a ball high. By the way, Marte has been down with a hamstring strain. Those can be very pesky. Ball and no strikes on Nick Allen. Pick off to second. They throw it off into right center field. Up on his feet is Eli White, and down to third base. The throw was a good one by Fott, and Perdomo came over to glove it, and he closed his glove too fast. And it hit right off the end of his glove and caromed into right center field. That's a really strange play.
You know, pitchers pride themselves. I just talked about Fott has a lot of movement on his fastball. I think that one got Perdomo because of the late movement.
Wow, they're going to say E1?
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
That's got to be an E6 all day. Runner at third, one down for Allen. 1-0 pitch, swung on, miss. I mean, put the throw right on the bag. Chance to score a run right here. One from Fott. Swung on and tipped into the mid of Jose Herrera. 1-2 on Allen, just looking to make some contact somewhere, get the run in. Eli White doubled and then taking third base on what right now is ruled an E1. 1-2, swung on, missed. Elevated a fastball at 95. So a couple of strikeouts. Now it's in the hands of Alex Verdugo. And the good news is Verdugo's swinging a good bat in this game.
Yeah, Fott, we talked about earlier, allowing just an .067 batting average against with men in scoring position. Let's see if Alex can buck that trend.
Alex 2 for 2 with 2 singles. First pitch to him, laid off a high fastball, 1 ball and no strikes. Verdugo batting .294. No homers. He's driven in 3. He's had 10 hits since coming up and joining the club from AAA. A nice job at the top of the order. 1-0 to Verdugo, and that's high. Good eye there. 2 balls, no strikes. Should he reach, then it would be in the hands of Austin Riley. I don't know that Fott wants to really throw Verdugo anything that he can pull the trigger on. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swung on and tipped right there at the feet of Herrera. Changeup that he got by him. 2 balls and a strike. That's the pitch that he hit into center field last go round.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard issue pitch for pitchers in the league. Is, you know, you get 2-0, 2-1. It's a fastball count. Hitter's looking for a fastball, so you throw him the changeup off of that.
2 balls and a strike. Verdugo awaits. Pitch on the way. There's a rocket down the right field line, banged into the corner. That'll score Eli White. Verdugo heading to second base. And that'll be an RBI double for Alex Verdugo, who is 3 for 3. And it's now a 3-1 game here in the 5th inning.
Well, we talked yesterday about how Verdugo's just down the road in Tucson, about 20 family members at the series. So they're enjoying their Sunday here, watching him collect 3 base hits and a big RBI there.
Meeting at the mound. Nice job by Alex Verdugo. 3 for 3. He has 5 hits in the series as he's gone 5 for 13. And now Austin Riley to the plate. Riley with a double back in the first inning, also a strikeout. This meeting at the mound, just the infielders. They're all in on the action.
It's now the 4th run scored for Eli White this series. We talked about Snitker going with him, the righty, against a pitcher Fott that has been really good against righties, and that decision paying off again for Brian Snitker.
Tying run to the plate on Austin Riley. First pitch to Austin, low and outside, staying off the sweeper. For Austin, 3 hits in the series. He had a couple of RBIs in game 1 and a chance to rake in an RBI right here. 3-1 Diamondbacks in the top of the 5th. Verdugo a lead at second, gets the attention of the pitcher Fott. Now the 1-0 to the plate. And a ball low. Hitters count now for Austin. Looking for something that he can sink his teeth into right here. 2 balls and a strike. Fott deals. Riley, hard hit ball out to third. Backhand pick by Suarez, and he sends it across the diamond for the out. Came off his bat at 108 miles an hour, but to right to Suarez at third. And the Braves settle for the 1 run. Comes on 2 hits.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Spring into deals with fresh savings at Lowe's. Right now, get 4 Stay Green or Premium 2 cubic foot mulch bags for just $10. Plus, get up to 35% off select major appliances and save $50 on every $500 you spend on select LG appliances. Shop in-store or online today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details or qualifying items. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go.
One of our next level communities. Go Braves.
Hey, Braves fans, this is John Michaels reminding you that Jeff Francoeur joins Finn, home team, and me in the locker room every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. on your radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan.
It's great to have you with us on a Sunday afternoon. Braves trailing the Diamondbacks 3-1 here at Chase Field. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. Jose Herrera, the catcher, 9-hole hitter up to the plate. Takes the first pitch strike. Folks, did you know the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves? They make that stuff with peppers and vinegar and salt, and it's the perfect balance to add to your food, make it all taste better. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Herrera. That'll be sent foul over to our left. No balls and a strike on Herrera. Mentioned that the roof is closed today, but it's been a very nice weekend weather-wise here in Phoenix. Bright sunshine outside. All the shade inside with the roof closed. 0-2 popped up weakly in the air towards Nick Allen. Now Ozzie comes over, makes the catch right next to the bag. This is one of 7 major league stadiums with a retractable roof. And it's the second oldest of that crew behind Toronto. It's been a good ballpark for a while. I know that there's been discussion about the team wanting a new ballpark.
Yeah.
But with the crowds that we've seen over the course of the weekend, I mean, you come to a place here, this place is rocking. There's a ball low to Carroll.
Yeah, last night was something else. I mean, that was loud. I wear, Apple iWatch, and a few times throughout the night, it kept telling me, hey, it's too loud in here. You need to get away from the sound.
1-0 to Carroll. That'll miss low. Probably gave you an alarm that your blood pressure was high, too.
That, too.
I know mine was.
Yeah.
It took forever to calm down after that game last night. There's the 2-0 pitch. Ball low and outside, 3-0.
Difference in game time today, but the roof is closed for the first time in the series, and it gets kind of echoey in here. And this is what I was talking about, is that when the roof is closed, it's a little different in here.
3-0 pitch, and there's a high strike.
And sometimes you just hear the echo of the fans talking, and it just kind of lulls you to sleep a little bit when you're out there sitting in the bullpen.
Almost like a warehouse.
Yeah.
Three-1 from Schwellenbach. And he blew it by him. Good cutter. Well, this is the second time I think you've worked as a broadcaster in this ballpark. And I wouldn't say that this is my very favorite ballpark to work in. 3-2. Got him looking. Nice cutter. And a good bounce back by Schwellenbach, who's down 3-0. Came back to get Carroll. And 2 down in the inning. But finishing that thought, this is a really enjoyable place to come and work. And I know it's a ballpark that has got some age to it, but I think you and I both enjoy working here.
I think it's a great stadium, and I don't see any issues with the the playing surface or the locker rooms.
Perdomo takes a called strike.
Maybe the location is what the Diamondbacks don't love. You know, this is down in a kind of a tough spot in downtown.
0-1 to Perdomo and a ground ball foul right outside the bag at first.
But otherwise, yeah, I love this stadium.
Yeah.
We got a great view. The only problem is you got to keep your guard up for those foul balls. Another one just the last at bat went into the booth, 3 booths down. So I enjoy watching the monitor because I love watching the pitchers work. But when we got lefties up here, I got to watch the action.
Yeah, you do. 0-2 from Schwellenbach. Weekly hit up the first base line and foul. Dave McKay, their first base coach, snags it. Diamondbacks 3, Braves 1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Schwellenbach way ahead, 0-2. And the pitch on the way. Missed outside. Got a chance to pick up a game on the Mets today. Nationals beat the Mets 8-7. Phillies play tonight at Wrigley against the Cubs. And the Marlins are trailing in Seattle 5-1 at the end of 4. 1-2 miss outside. And those scores are delivered to you by Saia LTL Freight, the official freight carrier of the Atlanta Braves. Braves with that win last night jumped out of the cellar. Now tied for 3rd place in the East and a game and a half back of the Phillies. The 2-2. And he crushes one high in the air deep down the right field line, curling towards the pole, and that is gone. Geraldo Perdomo belts one out of here. Just did stay fair down the right field line. His 4th home run of the year. And it's now 4-1 Diamondbacks in the 5th.
Tell you what, I didn't see that one coming. We talked about how well this Diamondbacks team hits the fastball. Spencer had been peppering Perdomo with off-speed pitches down. Made a pretty good fastball pitch up and in, and it's just one of those things you just got to tip your cap. Perdomo put a nice swing on it. Kept it right inside that foul pole.
RBI number 20 for Perdomo. There's a ball low and outside to Smith. That's the first homer of the game for either team. That's one day after we saw 7 home runs here between the two teams yesterday. Big swing and a miss by Smith. Count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. One in for a call strike, 1-2. Diamondbacks trying to snap a 4-game losing streak, and all 4 of these losses have come at home for them. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That misses low. And 3 of the Diamondbacks' losses during this 4-game skid have come in extra innings, as they lost a pair of extra inning games to the Rays the series before this one, and then one last night. And the 2-2 pitch. That'll be sent foul. But as this game continues to progress, Darren, the Diamondbacks, I'm sure, are feeling good about having a 3-run lead right now. But they know what the Braves have done against their bullpen late in games here, not just this series, but the last several years.
Yeah, the Braves has, never say die attitude here lately this season. A lot of really heroic late game comebacks, including last night.
Ready with a 2-2 pitch. Schwellenbach brings it. And that'll miss low. That victory yesterday marked the 3rd consecutive season in which Atlanta trailed in the 7th inning or later in this building and came back for a victory. So it's almost been like a tradition. The annual Get Me to Arizona series. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Have a seat. Good fastball. And Smith goes down looking, but a home run by Perdomo puts another tally on the board for the Diamondbacks. We played 5. We go to the top of the 6th inning. 4-1 Arizona.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing, then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Spring into deals with fresh savings at Lowe's. Right now, get 4 Stay Green or Premium 2 cubic foot mulch bags for just $10. Plus, get up to 35% off select major appliances and save $50 on every $500 you spend on select LG appliances. Shop in-store or online today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details or qualifying items. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something.
It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for the Braves in the order here in the top of the 6th inning. That'll be Ozuna, Olsen, and Albies. Braves trailing the Diamondbacks 4-1. And this is the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. If the Braves hit a home run here in the top of the 6th inning, Tim Penninger in Lawrenceville, Georgia will win $1,900. And if you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Marcell Ozuna takes a called strike. Georgia Lottery today could be the day. So we're pulling for you, Tim, in Lawrenceville. And you got a good part of the order up in Ozuna, Olsen, and Albies. Braves hit a bunch of dingers yesterday, hit 3 of them. Ozuna takes a ball high. Marcell hit one 443 feet to the second deck in left field. 1-1 to Ozuna. Big swing and a miss. So, go ahead.
I like those chances, too. Fott has struggled with the long ball this year, giving up 5 home runs already in just under 30 innings coming into the game. You got your boppers up, so I like your chances, Tim.
That'd be a cool $1,900, wouldn't it?
That's right. That's a good day.
Ball and 2 strikes for Ozuna. Brandon Pfaadt brings his 78th pitch of the game. Broken back liner out towards center field. A base hit past a diving Geraldo Perdomo. And to be quite honest, kind of lost the ball there for a second. It was traveling side by side with a broken barrel of the bat for a moment. That thing shot on by Perdomo and a leadoff single for Ozuna.
That bat died a hero. There was lumber flying everywhere. That made it almost all the way.
Thing to the toothpick factory. Runner at first for Matt Olson. 4-1 Diamondbacks. Matt Olson takes a ball low and outside. Boy, a long ball would sit right with the Braves right about now. Olson 1 for 8 in this series. His one was a single Friday night. Saw his 9-game hit streak come to an end yesterday. 1-0 pitch. Missed with a sweeper. Hitters count for Matt. Olsen in this game, a strikeout and a pop-out. Ozuna very modest lead at first. And the 2-0 pitch popped up towards foul territory. That'll reach the seats of the lower bowl of the stadium down the left field line. And disappears into the crowd down there. Olsen hitting .223. 4 home runs to this point. 15 runs batted in. There's the 2-1 from Pfaadt. Missed outside with a changeup. Olsen with 19 walks thus far this season. 3-1 pitch in the air out towards left center field. Alec Thomas over to his right and makes the catch out in deep left center.
Yeah, you got the sense that Pfaadt was really pitching Matt carefully there. A lot of off-speed stuff. Finally came in the zone with a sinker there. Matt did hit it hard, just right at the center fielder.
One down for Ozzie Albies. Ozzie 0 for 2 with a pop out and a strikeout. And swinging it from the left side. Brandon Pfaadt. This is outside. That's now 84 pitches for Pfaadt. 53 strikes. And a guy who's been used to going deep in games this year. He's been a horse for them. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 to Ozzie, and it gets under one. Right field. Corbin Carroll looking up towards the roof and in deep right. He'll squeeze out number 2. So 2 away for Michael Harris. And if you're looking for somebody to come to the plate and make something happen, you got the right guy, at least from what we saw yesterday. Michael, that huge 2 RBI double in the 8th inning. Looking to hit the ball hard right here. To this point in this game, 0 for 2. And the pitch from Pfaadt. And he visits the back door with a changeup.
And to my eyes, Michael's approach has gotten a little better at the plate. Early in the season, sky-high chase rate, going out of the strike zone, fishing at everything, but now he's making a lot more contact, hitting balls really hard.
0-1 pitch. It's going to be punched in the air out to second, caught by Tim Tawa. And that'll end the top of the 6th inning. Braves get a leadoff single from Ozuna, and then the rest of the inning just evaporates behind that. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 4-1 Arizona.
Hey, Braves. And warm weather are officially here, and you know what that means.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
If your car's been totaled in a crash, you're entitled to collect what it retails for on the lot. But if insurance companies don't offer what you deserve, we are here to keep them honest. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Diamondbacks 4, Braves 1. Spencer Schwellenbach brings his 76th pitch of the game. That'll miss low and inside to Josh Naylor. Middle of the order to up with the Diamondbacks, Naylor, Suarez, and Thomas. And there's only been one frame in which the Diamondbacks did not score. That was the 3rd inning. Outside of that, they've been building a picket fence out there on the scoreboard. That'll be sent foul. 1 run in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. And the Braves picked up their 1 run in the 5th inning. So no crooked numbers up there. Schwellenbach trying to keep it that way. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Naylor is going to ground one through the left side, a base hit into left field. He's down to first base, got a cutter, and there's a big hole in the left side of the infield. The Riley shifted to his left, and Naylor found that hole. A lot of base runners today.
Yeah, if the infield's playing normal, that's just a ground ball to the third baseman, and there's some luck and chance in that. I mentioned Matt Olson hit that ball hard to center last inning. That ball had almost a 600 expecting batting average, so 6 out of 10 times you're getting a hit.
Eugenio Suarez swings and misses for what seems like the first time in the series. Suarez has been on twice in this game. He's reached base 9 straight trips to the plate. 0-1 pitch will, according to Clint Bontrack, miss high. That looked like a good pitch, Darren.
Sure did. That whole ball was in the strike zone.
1-1 to Suarez. Ground ball at the third base line. That will roll foul. Austin let it go, and it just missed clipping the left corner of the bag. And a 1-2 count. Boy, everything is going this guy's way. I thought that was going to hit the bag.
I had one of those in my career where Wilson Betterment was playing third, and he let it roll and roll and roll. He thought it was going to go foul. Eric Hosmer hit it, and it rolled so slowly it tapped third base. And he was standing on Hosmer was in second with the softest double in history.
That's just bad luck right there.
That's a judgment call on those third baseman's part. Whether, hey, can I make this play, or do I try to let it roll foul? Sometimes that base messes things up.
Ball and 2 strikes on Suarez. And the 1-2. A swing and a miss for strike 3. They finally got him. That feels like David taking down Goliath. They finally get Suarez, keep him off the base paths, as he had reached 9 times in a row. With the day that Suarez had yesterday, his 10 home runs now leads the major leagues in homers. He leapfrogged 32 different hitters with at least 6 home runs this season with what he did yesterday. Swing and a miss by Thomas. Now that is some day. He was slugging .398 entering the series. Coming into this game, he was slugging .564. They finally got him out. And one down here in the 6th inning. 0-1 to Thomas. Ball low and inside. Be quite honest, thinking about what Suarez has done today. He singled in the 4th inning. That was his 20th hit of the year, and one of the few that didn't go for extra bases. There's a 1-1. Ground ball fouled on the right field line. Of the 20 hits that Suarez has this season, 14 have gone for extra bases, 10 homers and 4 doubles. So to be quite honest with you, limiting him to a walk, a single, and a strikeout is pretty good work.
Yeah, he came out of the season, out of the gates on a homer binge and cooled off, and then filled himself up again yesterday.
1-2, softly tapped out to second. Ozzie has it, spins around, throws to second. They get one there. Allen throws to first. Not in time to get the speedy wheels of Alek Thomas. Fielder's choice for Thomas. 2 down in the inning on a 4-6 putout of Josh Naylor at second base. Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. With America's largest network of parts and care, Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. Two down for Lourdes Gurriel Jr. (4-1) Diamondbacks, bottom of the 6th inning. Pick off to first. Back in with a dive now, Alek Thomas. Time called by Gurriel. Gurriel, 31 years old. Younger brother of Yuli Gurriel. 2 brothers defected from Cuba in February of 2016 at the conclusion of the Caribbean Series that was in the Dominican Republic that year. And have made their way into good big league careers. Pitch on the way to Gurriel. Ground ball smashed down the left field line all the way to the corner. Off to get it, Verdugo. He plays it off the wall, sends it into Allen. Allen takes it, and holding at third base, Alek Thomas. And with the wheels of Thomas, really thought he might score on that play, especially with 2 down.
Yeah, I did too, but it was a really nice play by Verdugo. We've talked about how down the left field line, there's some odd shapes, so the ball bounces around. You're not really sure where it's going to go. Well, Alex he guessed right and fielded it off one hop and got a good, strong throw in.
Yeah, he's got some experience playing in this ballpark with the years that he was with the Dodgers. That was a slick play out there in left field to limit a run. Now Rafael Montero throwing in the Braves bullpen. Schwellenbach's got to find a way to bear down to get Tim Tawa. First pitch to Tawa. And he'll lob one out to second. Ozzie leaps, and he brings it down. That's a huge play by Ozzie Albies. It saves a couple of runs, and it keeps the Diamondbacks off the board. Well played by Ozzie. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left in scoring position. We go to the 7th, 4-1.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go.
IBEW613.org and click Join Us.
Hey everybody, Buck Bellew here. When the Braves don't play at 7, join me for the new Buck Bellew Show here on The Fan, 680 and 93.7, home of the Braves.
Well, we roll into the top of the 7th inning. Braves trailing 4-1. And this is the part of the game where the Braves have started to come alive when they've been in this ballpark the last few years. Eli White swings and fouls one back. And that's certainly been the case in this series. Braves had a 3-run 8th in game 1. And then yesterday a 2-run 7th, followed by a 3-run 8th, and one more in the 10th and won the game. So looking for more late inning magic here in Phoenix. Eli White takes a called strike. But I tell you what would go a long way in doing that, Darren, would be to get to Faught and get into that Diamondbacks bullpen.
Yeah, we know that bullpen's been struggling a little bit. Looks like they have somebody down there throwing at the moment.
90th pitch of the game from Faught will be fought off foul.
But yeah, Faught's been great. I mean, really keeping these Braves hitters off balance, using that sinker away, his changeup, his sweeper. This is the only guy that's been able to blemish the box score at all.
0-2 to Eli. Ground ball out to third. It gets through Eugenio Suarez. To first base, White. Big turn at first and now drops an anchor. And a good idea by Eli. That ball was spanked out there to Suarez. And he tried to backhand it, got leather on it, and it trickled off behind him. And they'll say E5.
I mean, that ball, as you mentioned, was smoked. Yeah, probably should have gotten some leather on that. Not a great effort.
I mean, it is the big leagues after all.
Yeah.
But either way, you get a base runner. Need a few more. Here's Drake Baldwin. Baldwin with a swing and a miss. That Diamondbacks bullpen has been pushed to the limit lately. We mentioned all the extra inning games they played of late. 3 of their last 4 games have gone to extra frames. And the Diamondbacks bullpen is 0-3 with a 6.88 ERA over the course of their 4-game losing streak. Got to get to that pin. 0-1 to Baldwin. That'll miss low. Of course, the 8th inning has been the lucky charm inning for the Braves. But you want to try to do something right here. Trailing by 3 runs. Runner at first, no one out. 1-1 to Baldwin. Hot shot. Base hit in the right field. Eli White hits the bag at second. Now holds. Some good contact by White and Baldwin. And the Braves have him at first and second with no one out.
Yeah, Ben, you talk about that struggling bullpen, and as a former relief pitcher, I can tell you when you're struggling as a group, it adds even more pressure, even more of a burden to go out there and be good. So when you've had that sustained struggle, it gets harder and harder to get that off your mind. So maybe some self-doubt out there in that bullpen, and they know what this Braves offense can do late in the game as well.
Nick Allen up to the plate, runners at first and second. And he takes a first pitch strike. Pavin Smith, the first baseman, was walking in on the turf in case Allen dropped one down. But he takes strike one. Nick's 0 for 2. One strikeout looking, one strikeout swinging. The 0-1 pitch. Way outside. Count even 1-1. Though to the point that you made earlier in the game, Brandon Pfaadt is used to traffic, but he's done a really nice job this season of keeping the traffic on the base paths, not allowing them to score. He's trying to do that right here. Nick Allen has other plans in mind. 1-1 pitch and a called strike. Good sinker that time by Pfaadt. 1-2. "97 pitches from Pfaadt, 64 strikes. He has 6 strikeouts and 1 walk. 1-2 to Allen. Outside, the count even at 2. Tying run at the plate as we're in the top of the 7th inning. Two pitch. Low and outside with a sweeper. He's run it full. Good eye by Nick Allen. Alex Verdugo on deck, which is good news. Alex is 3 for 3. Allen twitching his fingers on the handle of the bat, waiting on Pfaadt. Pitch on the way. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit. Eli White around third. Pedal to the metal. He'll score. 7, 8, 9 in the order, making it happen here in the 7th inning. It's
another great at bat there by Allen. A lot of really good pitches from Pfaadt. He finally gets one in the strike zone, smacks it up the middle for an RBI single.
That'll bring Torey Lovullo out to the mound, and that'll be the end of the line for Brandon Pfaadt. And the Braves here in the 7th knock him out of the game. And let's see what happens when the bullpen gate opens. Lately, that's been good news for the Braves, and hoping for more of that in this afternoon's ball game. Diamondbacks make the Pennington grass seed call to the bullpen. And if you're looking...
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah and Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go.
Home of Braves baseball is the Fan, 680, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app. Cellini and Domino, 10 to 2 weekdays. Let's get you back to the game.
Well, the Braves are at it again here at the top of the 7th, making some late game noise. They've already played one run this inning, and that's chased starter Brandon Pfaadt. On to relieve him, right-hander Shelby Miller. Been around a long time, 13 seasons, including 1 season with the Braves in 2015.
And now it's Alex Verdugo up to the plate. He's 3 for 3. First pitch on the way to Verdugo, and that'll miss high. Shelby Miller and Alex Verdugo have actually never seen each other in their careers. And for Verdugo, a lot of confidence with the way he's been swinging the bat. That's going to be fouled back just to our left, and that just took out the monitor in the Spanish radio booth and spilled a cup of coffee all over their media guided scorebook. That is a bad day. Dented the top of their monitor, knocked that thing out. No bueno.
I need some nets up here.
I'm glad they didn't come in our booth. There's a 1-1. And a strike on the inside corner.
I would have made a very embarrassing noise if that came up here.
Look, there's nothing worse to a play-by-play man than a spilt beverage on your scorebook. That's what they're dealing with over there. Mercy. There's a ball punched in the air out to right center field, down for a base hit. They're going to wave around Baldwin. Here he comes. They just now hit the cutoff man. It's a one-run game. Drake scores on a feet-first slide. A 4-for-4 game for Alex Verdugo, and another run batted in. And the tying run is at third.
Have a day, Alex Verdugo. Fourth knock of the day. And the very first hit that Shelby Miller has given up to a left-hander this year. So a guy that's been tough on lefties. Alex comes through again.
These late-inning Braves making it happen again. Looking for a base hit right here from Riley. Riley is 1 for 3. No one out. Pitch on the way to Austin. Big swing and a foul ball straight back 0-1.
And this is the kind of rally that we just didn't see a lot of last season. This is sustained base hits, not just home runs, moving guys over, team speed. These are tough, man. Home runs can kill rallies because they reset everything.
Pick off over to first and back in on a barrel crawl. Alex Verdugo didn't quite go all the way down to the slide. Verdugo is at first. Allen is at third. 0-1 pitch lifted towards foul ground and out of play. Well, all this started with 7, 8, and 9 all reaching. Eli White reached on an Eugenio Suarez error. Drake Baldwin a single. Nick Allen an RBI single. Alex Verdugo an RBI single. Now an 0-2 count on Riley, who can tie the game with a base hit or even a sac fly. No balls and 2 strikes as Miller comes set right at the belt. The 0-2 swung on, missed. Splitter, and Riley strikes out. 1 down here in the 7th. That'll bring Marcell Ozuna up to the plate. Ozuna has seen Shelby Miller more than anybody on the Braves roster. He's had 17 at-bats in his career versus Shelby Miller, and has gone 4 for 17 with 2 doubles. He has not homered against him. And looking to drive in a run right here. First pitch to Ozuna, and he swings and misses at a sweeper. Braves with 10 hits in the game, but trailing 4-3, but a golden opportunity right here. 0-1 to Ozuna on a ball low. Ozuna with a .312 batting average, 5 home runs, including 1 this series. Pick off to first base and back into the dive Verdugo. Coming up between innings, it'll be the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by 13 Heroes, a premium line of spirits founded to honor the lives of the 13 service members killed in Afghanistan in 2021. Help turn tragedy into legacy by visiting 13heroes.com today. Ball and a strike on Ozuna. Here's the 1-1 pitch. He takes a big hack and fouls one straight back. Right on that fastball on a 1-2 count.
Yeah, Shelby Miller, a veteran of 13 seasons, was a starter at the beginning of his career and a pretty good one. But since 21, he's been just a reliever and had some really nice years as a reliever. Still throwing hard with a mid-90s fastball and has got a good splitter now.
Miller comes set right at the belly. 1-2 to Ozuna. Swung on, missed. Went up and away with a fastball. So now 2 down in the inning, and it's up to Matt. Braves have scored 2 runs here in the 7th inning, but have the tying run at third base. Aaron Bummer warming up for the Braves right now. Matt Olson is 0 for 3. First pitch on the way to Olson, and he takes a ball outside. Talking about Shelby Miller and his journeyman career. A decade ago, he was a Brave. There's the 1-0 pitch. Olson takes one low and inside. In fact, almost 10 years ago to the day, Shelby Miller took a no-hitter into a game in the 9th inning in Miami as a member of the Braves. That was back on May 17th of 2015. 2-0 pitch. That'll miss outside. Now a 3-0 count on Olson. Ozzie Albies is on deck, so even if he walks Olson, he's got to see a lefty. Matt looking for the perfect pitch right here. And the 3-0. Ball 4. That will load the bases. So now the tying run at third and the go-ahead run down to second. And before Ozzie digs in, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
So the bases are loaded for Ozzie Albies. Pitching coach Brian Kaplan meeting with the entire infield. And you're just looking for a patient, selective at-bat for Ozzie, who sometimes gets in there and pulls the trigger at the first pitch.
Yeah.
He still has to be himself. If he sees something he likes,
yes,
you got to go after it.
That's what Brian Kaplan is talking to Shelby Miller about right now. Hey, your first pitch, you need to throw it like it's 0-2. You know, because Ozzie will expand out of the zone. But that's who Ozzie is. He's got such great bat-to-ball skills. You know, he's hitting the ball hard now, so that's what we're hoping for. I'm thinking maybe something pulled down the right field line. Watch these base runners do some left turns.
Ozzie is 1 for 2 in his career. 1 was a home run. And the Braves have him loaded. Just a couple of years ago, the Braves had a big grand slam in this ballpark late in the game from Eddie Rosario. Just looking for a base hit of any kind right here. First pitch on the way to Ozzie. And he'll take a strike on the inside corner. That's a tough pitch. Ozzie doesn't like the call by Clint Bondrak. And watching the replay of where that went, that never had the plate. 0-1 on Ozzie Albies. The 0-1. Low and in. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Olson is at first. Verdugo is at second. Allen is at third. And trailing by 1 run in the top of the 7th inning, you can't let this opportunity slip through your fingers. Ozzie 0 for 3 in the game. Swinging it from the left side. And the 1-1. Swung down the left field line. Suarez over. He's under it. Makes a 2-handed catch on the warning track next to the sidewall. And the Braves leave him loaded. They do pick up 2 very valuable runs. And are trailing by 1 run as it's time to stretch in the desert. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 4-3 Arizona. Spring in the South means a few good things. The return.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Hyperspeed, and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano, and you feel, while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one.
Required extra speed bearing.
Get ready for the new Mega Millions with bigger jackpots more often and get to dreaming bigger. Only from the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
Hey Braves fans, Finn here reminding you that Jeff Francoeur joins us inside the locker room every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. on the radio home of the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan.
Moving on into the bottom of the 7th here at Chase Field in Phoenix. Braves trailing the Diamondbacks by a score of 4-3. Spencer Schwellenbach's day is done after 6 innings pitched, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 of those earned. Now Aaron Bummer climbs the hill. The lefty going 1 inning with 1 strikeout on 9 pitches to seal that Game 1 win for the Braves.
So Bummer facing Jose Herrera. And Herrera takes ball outside. Herrera switch hitting catcher and swinging it from the right side for the first time of the game. He's gone 0 for 2 to this point. Bummer on for Schwellenbach. 6 innings for the Braves starter. There's the 1-0 pitch and a called strike with a good sinker. Need a shutdown inning right here after the Braves picked up 2 runs at the top of the 7th to draw to within 1 run. One is outside and a strike. After Herrera, it goes back to the top of the order to Carroll. We'll see what kind of decisions Torey Lovullo makes with his lineup with a lefty on the mound. Here's the 2-1. Comebacker over the mound. Ozzie on the other end, back of second. Wraps it in leather, throws over to first base, and 1 away. The only reason I say that, Darren, is not that you're going to pinch hit for Corbin Carroll by any means, but we saw a lefty on the mound in Game 1 of this series in Chris Sale, and their lineup that night very different than what we've seen versus the righties.
Yeah, I think their best lineup is geared towards right-handed pitchers. This is a matchup we saw in Game 1.
There's ball low and outside. Worked out well for Bummer, didn't it?
It did, and we talked about how the next time it happened, it was probably going to be higher stakes. You know, nobody on base here, 1 down. But, yeah, this is a good one.
Just want to keep him off the base paths. It can be a terror out there. Big swing and a miss on a sweeper. A lot of break on that one. One and one on Carroll. Pitch from Bummer. And he visits the inside corner with a sweeper. Carroll not so sure. Questioning Clint Bontrack at a 1-2 count. Bummer ready. And the 1-2 pitch. Bounced foul over by the Braves dugout. Four runs on 7 hits for the Diamondbacks. They've committed 2 errors. 3 runs on 10 hits for the Braves. Braves have committed 1 error. Time called by Carroll. Home plate umpire Clint Bontrack walking out in front of the plate. Believe it, Carroll got something, an issue with his eye.
It looks like it. Yeah, Aaron Bummer, I was looking at his numbers here. You know, he gave up an earned run in each of his first 2 appearances. Since then, just 2 more earned runs in the next 7 appearances. So he's a guy that's been rounding into form, and you know, coming into the year with some questions in his bullpen. This is a guy who, if he's sharp, he could be a big part, one of the answers at the back end of this bullpen.
His 1-2 pitch and a fly ball down the line to right field. Then he'll dunk in for a base hit. Bouncing to the base of the wall. Corbin Carroll around second. Runs out from under his helmet. Braves to the cutoff man. Throw goes to third. It's off the mark. It's the second triple of the game for Corbin Carroll. He led the league in triples a year ago, and he has 2 in this game.
Yeah, you could just see that coming. I mean, Bummer just left the breaking ball middle of the plate, and Carroll, it's just, as soon as he hits the ball, he's running as hard as he can because he knows his elite speed plays here, and he gets an extra base there. Most runners aren't digging out of the box, and they're stuck at second, but he smelled that triple a mile away.
That's his 4th triple of the season. Here's Geraldo Perdomo, infield in, 1 down. Pitch to Perdomo, low and inside, almost hit him in the foot. By the way, Corbin Carroll had 2 triples in his first 116 at-bats this season. He has 2 triples in his 4 at-bats today.
And 3 in the series.
1-0 from Bummer. Missed inside with a fastball. That's a really big run down there for the Diamondbacks. Really emphasizes how things ended for the Braves at the top of the inning as they left the bases loaded. 2-0 from Bummer. Ground ball left side taken by Riley. He comes to the plate and they have got him. That's a really big out as Corbin Carroll too aggressively came to the plate. That's a really big out of the plate. 2 down on the fielder's choice from Perdomo. That's he got heavy on the clutch there.
Yeah, inexplicable. He got a terrible jump. I mean, that's a mental mistake by Carroll. Thank you very much for that, though. I mean, that wasn't even a close play, and he's one of the fastest guys in the league. So, thank you.
So now 2 down in the 7th. There's Pavin Smith. He shows bunt, pulls back, takes a ball outside. You know, I'm stunned that he took off. It's like he already had his mind made up, and even though he was digging to the plate, his body language said as much that I know I'm wrong. There's a 1-0 pitch. That'll be swung on miss. You could have the speed of Usain Bolt. You're not scoring on that play. Keeps it a 1-run game. 1-1 on Pavin Smith. Left on left matchup. Runner goes, pitches a strike, throw down to second. That's bounced down there, and a good job by Nick Allen just to keep it from going into center field. It's a stolen base by Perdomo. But on that throw down, Nick Allen had to start playing defense.
Yeah, Nick was shaded very deep at shortstop, almost in the outfield turf, so he was late getting to the base. Had the ball before Perdomo got there, just couldn't apply the tag.
1-2 on Smith. Left on left matchup, Bummer versus Smith. Smith is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. 1-2 pitch. Low and outside with a sweeper. Got to make a good pitch right here. Find a way to get Smith. Keep that runner stranded at second. Braves in the 8th will have Harris, White, and Baldwin due up. And currently trailing 4-3 in the bottom of the 7th. 2-2 from Bummer. Check swing. Did he go? Wow. Apparently not. Tony Randazzo says that he didn't go. I don't know how he held up. Oh, that's a terrible call. Watching the replay. 3-2 now on Smith. There goes Perdomo. There's a ball low. Throw down to third base, and Perdomo's in there. So it's a walk to Pavin Smith and a stolen base by Perdomo. Going back to the check swing, we got a really good angle on a camera from the third base dugout showing the left-handed hitter. There's no way he checked that swing.
Yeah, that looked like strike 3 to me too, Ben. The inning continues. I got runners at first and third.
Runners at the corners, 2 down for Josh Naylor. Another left-handed hitter. Bummer continues to work, and the pitch on the way to Naylor, and there's a ball outside. It's got to be so tough to flush away a disappointment like that, where it appeared Tony Randazzo missed the call. But Bummer's got to focus and get Naylor. 1-0 pitch. That time he zips one in there for a strike to even it up 1-1. A lot of traffic this inning. A triple, a fielder's choice, a couple of steals, a walk. Bummer's 1-1 pitch and a strike. That time got the sinker right at the bottom of the zone. Montero back up and tossing now for the Braves. Time called by Naylor. Folks, did you know that the all-time hot sauce leader in RBIs is the original Louisiana brand hot sauce? Like a double play for your mouth, that's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. Don't need a double play, just one out somewhere. The strikeout will be dandy. Bummer ready. Cuts loose a 1-2. Missed the inside corner with a sweeper. Aaron Bummer trying to give his team the best chance to come back late again and keep it a one-run deficit. Josh Naylor is 2 for 3 in this game, a single and a double. And the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball fouled on the right field line. Turned on a sinker.
Aaron's thrown a lot of good pitches this inning, but he just can't seem to get that strikeout pitch where he wants. Same thing with Carroll. Now he's struggling to put away Naylor. Just got to execute that one pitch, get this team back in the dugout.
Well, he knows if he can execute that one pitch, he can get a swing and a miss. He's done it versus Naylor before. Naylor 2 for 7 in his career versus Bummer, but 3 strikeouts against Bummer. Big left-handed hitter climbs back in there. Bummer's 2-2. Just missed the outside corner with a curveball. How do you lay off that pitch?
I don't know. That's the one we were looking for. That was beautifully executed. You can either go for a called strike 3 or a swing and a miss. Naylor just wouldn't take the bait.
Throw it again here?
Absolutely.
Smith at first, Perdomo at third. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Smith will take off here. Bummer set right at the tomahawk. 3-2 pitch in the air towards left center field. Michael Harris, it can't get there. It's down. 1 run is in. Here comes another run. 2-run score, and it's now 6-3 Diamondbacks. Some confusion out there between Verdugo and Harris. Harris was tracking, but at the last second held up and it fell in. And it's a 2 RBI double by Naylor, and that's the base hit the Diamondbacks are looking for. That'll be the final bullet fired by Bummer. Here comes Brian Snitker, and he's got the hook with him. That indeed is a bummer, especially going back to the check swing on Pavin Smith. So that'll be it for Bummer. Braves make the Pennington Grass Seed call to the bullpen. If you're looking to transform your lawn this year, turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Pennington Grass Seed, rooted in Braves country. Tell you about Montero when we come back. 6-3 Diamondbacks of the 7th.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah & Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah & Farah, Tampa.
Get up to 15 out-of-market games a week live on any device, plus 24/7 access to MLB Net.
Been lifted from the game after going 2/3 of an inning, surrendering 2 earned runs. We had a couple interesting plays on a no call, on a check swing at the plate, and then a miscommunication in left center field, but the results are the Braves now trail 6-3. On to relieve him, the righty Rafael Montero. He gets to square off with Eugenio Suarez, and Snit goes to him because he is holding right-handed hitters to just a 111 batting average against. That's 2 hits in 18 at-bats.
Now facing the most dangerous man in town, Eugenio Suarez. 6-3 Diamondbacks. First pitch to Suarez, a strike. Does set up the outside corner with a fastball. Suarez, listen to this. Montero and Suarez have squared off several times before. Suarez is 1 for 5. The one was a homer. Also 7 walks. 0-1 pitch. There's a ball high. So 1 for 5 with a homer and 7 walks against Montero. Naylor, the runner at second. Here's the 1-1. Suarez takes a ball high.
Yeah, I'd love to know the order of that. If the home run came early on, you might get a little squirrely after that.
Yeah.
Especially if it was a game winner or something. Some hitters just don't like throwing strikes, too. This guy qualifies as one of them right now.
2-1 pitch. That'll miss high. 3 balls and a strike. Well, he walks Suarez. Will face Alek Thomas. Montero checks the runner at second. 3-1 pitch and a strike. Got a splitter over the inside corner. Both teams with 2 runs here in the 7th. And the Diamondbacks leading 6-3. Montero set right at the chest. 3-2 to Suarez, and he pops him up. Shallow left. Nick Allen looking up towards the roof. Drifting back into left field. Makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out. But 2 big runs for the Diamondbacks on the 2 RBI double by Josh Naylor. We completed 7. We go to the top of the 8th. 6-3 Diamondbacks.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90. Exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Upgrade with new windows. Nobody knows windows like Waunakee Remodeling. Their Renewal by Andersen windows are durable, beautiful, custom crafted, made to order, and professionally installed. Energy efficient windows from Waunakee Remodeling and Renewal by Andersen offer elegance, strength, and stability of wood with low maintenance features of vinyl. This month, buy 1 window or patio door, get 1 40% off, plus special financing. Visit WaunakeeRemodeling.com for more details.
Calling local business owners. Chase for Business is hosting a complimentary all-day event, The Experience Tampa, on Wednesday, May 21st at Armature Works. Join fellow Tampa business owners for a day of networking and marketing workshops while hearing from leading business experts on economic trends and tips for unlocking business growth. Plus, you can shop local vendors at the Chase for Business Marketplace. Register today for The Experience Tampa at chase.com/event Tampa. We'll see you on May 21st.
Guess who said the following?
I just didn't want to come out. The guys kept fighting. I got to congratulate the Atlanta Braves. What a great series. I mean, they fought us tooth and nail. Perseverance, I guess. I just didn't.
Moving on to the 8th inning of action. Braves trailing these D-backs 6-3. Let's see if these Braves have any more 8th inning magic. This has definitely been their favorite inning as of late. We saw Ryan Thompson in yesterday's game when he came on, surrendered an Ozzie Albies single, followed by a ringing home run off the left field fair pole by Eli White. Let's see if we can get to him here again today.
Michael Harris, the first man there to greet him. 6, 7, 8 in the order. Michael's 0 for 3. Swings and misses at a sinker down. Yeah, going back to what you're talking about the 8th inning, we've been talking a lot about it of late. Braves have scored 30 of their 108 runs this season in the 8th inning. There's the 0-1 pitch. Harris is swinging a miss. 28% of the team's runs this season have come in the 8th, and they need some more in this one. Down 6-3 in the top of the 8th inning. Oh, 2 from Thompson. Low and outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Ryan Thompson is a low arm angle righty. You call him a side armor. You would think there'd be some splits there, but he's done a good job against left-handed batters, hitting just 211 off him. Righties hitting 217 this season.
1-2 to Michael Harris. That's well outside, 2-2. Braves with 1 run in the 5th, 2 in the 7th. Diamondbacks 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and 2 in the 7th. And leading the Braves 6-3. 2-2, a swing and a tip into the mitt of Herrera, and he dropped it momentarily, so Michael hanging alive. Tell you what's been unpredictable with all these big 8th innings for the Braves. So many times the rallies have started with 1 or 2 outs and nobody on base.
Yeah, just stringing together a bunch of hits and making things happen.
2-2 to Harris, popped up towards shallow left field. Coming in, Gurriel slows, makes a chest-high catch. 1 out of the top of the 8th inning. And now Eli White up to the plate.
It's always interesting as a relief pitcher facing the guy that took you deep the night before. It's a challenge in your mental fortitude. Let's see if Eli can find a pitch he likes again here today.
Eli takes a called strike. Here's the thing about that one that Eli hit yesterday. Of all the things that happened in that game, there's a lot to chew on as you went to sleep last night thinking about the game. Thompson was only thinking about one of those things. That was the home run he gave up off the foul pole to Eli. And there's a called strike there. So, he's been thinking about it all night long.
Absolutely. And then this is, I mentioned he's a right-handed sidearmer. He gets paid to get righties out. That's what he's known for. It's what he hangs his hat on. So, yeah, that probably bothered him last night.
Eli's been on base 3 times in the game. 0-2 pitch. They appeal, and he did not go, says Dan Molino.
Don't you dare call that one after last inning.
We're going to have a riot. If they'd have rung him up, I think we'd have gone down there. One-two, got him looking on the outside corner with a sinker. That time Thompson executes his pitch, and 2 away in the 8th inning. Have Davis Daniel warming up in the bullpen. Braves have gone down in order just once in this game. That was back in the 4th inning. And Drake Baldwin trying to keep the Braves out of doing that here in the 8th inning. Final game of the series. Braves have already won this series. They won Friday night 8-2. They won yesterday 8-7. Trailing here 6-3. Baldwin a check swing, the appeal. Tony Randazzo says that he did not go. I don't know that Tony knows what a swing is.
Tony's having a tough couple days. I was looking at his report card from last night's game. It wasn't great.
1-0 to Drake Baldwin. That's in for a called strike.
To illustrate that, they provide umpire scorecards for every game they do behind the plate, and he was well below average, actually favored the Diamondbacks by 0.7 runs last night.
1-1 pitch and a high fly ball to shallow center field. Thomas coming in. He's under it, and this parachutes into his glove for the final out. So this time, no fireworks in the 8th inning for the Braves. In fact, they go down 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 6-3 Arizona.
Attention Braves fans, we have a major announcement.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only, save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah & Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah and Farah.
Tampa.
It's time to step up to the plate and see if you can guess which baseball player or manager said the following.
Tonight I stand here overwhelmed.
Digging, grading, tilling, and mowing. All in a day's work with Yanmar, the tractor that works as hard as you do. Discover new possibilities at yanmartractor.com.
Don't miss Tom Glavine and his Hall of Fame Insight every Monday afternoon at 3:30 during Chuck and Turnoff on the radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Well, we go to the bottom half of the eighth. The ledger stands at 6-3 D-backs. On the pitch, a new Brave, a call from AAA Gwinnett just this morning, right-hander Davis Daniel. The 27-year-old does have 2 years of experience, only 6 games, but all 6 of those coming with the Angels over the last 2 seasons.
Braves got him in the offseason. And now making his Braves debut. First pitch on the way to Thomas, fouled back into the screen. He's out there for the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. And if he strikes out the side here in the 8th inning, our contestant will be the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar utility terrain vehicle. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way. And that'll miss inside. All right, Ronald, you're our contestant tonight. I've known people with your last name before, and I've heard it pronounced 2 different ways, Montag and Montague. So I hope one of those is right. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Ground ball foul. Yeah, Ronald Montague, or Montag, depending on how he pronounces it, would be the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar UTV, and are all season long at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win a Yanmar UTV and to be entered into our grand prize drawing at the end of the season. 1-2. That'll be fouled off. Got a bite out of Drake Baldwin. 1-2. Yanmar built together, back longer. So pulling for Ronald, our contestant in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning.
Montag, huh?
Yeah, I had a friend say Montague and pronounced Montag.
Isn't that Romeo's family?
Yeah. Capulets and Montague.
That's right.
1-2. Fouled back. Yeah, they didn't like each other.
No, they didn't. And Davis Daniel, kind of an old school presentation on the mound, takes the hands over his head, works from the windup. He has been starting for AAA Gwinnett.
1-2 from Daniel. And a flare out towards short, knocked down on 1 hop by Allen. Nice play by Nick Allen. Able to go to his right, take it off that short hop, send it to first base. And one away here in the 8th. But no winner in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. Ronald, we appreciate you playing. 1 out of the 8th.
Yeah, Daniel, not a hard thrower. Fastball sits right 91, 92. Also has a slider, primary off-speed pitch, a changeup, and a curve as well.
1 out for Lourdes Gurriel. That came inside and got him. That was a fastball, 92, got him in the hand or wrist. He's favoring the left pinky at the left side.
You hate to see that. You don't want anybody to get hurt. But I understand the sentiment having faced Gurriel Jr. He's a guy that loves to step across the plate and hook fastballs or sliders outside. And he has unreal plate coverage. He can even hit balls hard way off the plate. So what you do as a pitcher to combat that is you got to throw one up and inside in his kitchen and stand him up and say, hey, I'm not going to let you do that. So I myself have done that quite a few times.
Brian Snitker just went out there to chat with Dan Bellino.
Previous play is under review.
And this will be reviewed. Braves contend that maybe it got the knob of the bat, not the hand. We'll see if we can get an eye on the replay to see what it looks like.
It's tough to see. It's a white ball. He's got white batting gloves and a white jersey behind it.
And it's all moving.
Yeah, and it's all moving.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have the perfect angle for this.
Yeah, there's a chance both things are true. Sometimes you get hit in the knob and your pinky gets caught in between it. And it does not feel good. He's still being checked on by the trainer, so He's in some pain.
I've seen 2 angles on this thing thus far and just haven't seen one that's clear. Seeing a 3rd angle now. I think you're right when you said both things can be true.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. The batter was hit by the pitch and is awarded first base.
Rule stands, or the call stands. So Gurriel down to first base. I mean, I think it clipped both.
I think it did.
I mean, hit the top of the knob and the left hand simultaneously. Worth a look. Braves down 6-3 in the bottom of the 8th. Don't you know the Diamondbacks are never comfortable late in games against the Braves? They want a huge inning. They know what's happened here as recently as last night and also over the last 4 seasons. Tim Tawa takes the ball outside. I think about that grand slam by Rosario here a few years ago that gave the Braves a big lift and got a victory on a getaway day. 1-0 pitch. And a swing and a miss at a slider.
I remember that, too, because I was working that game with you here in Arizona, and that was one of those times where the Braves came into Arizona struggling and then left and went on a big, a hot bender after that.
It's like a 13-game winning streak or something like that. Took off to first base, and back in standing Gurriel. And I have to look it up to try to remember the details, but if I'm remembering right, I know we went to Colorado after the series here, just like we did, just like we're doing today, and swept there, and they didn't lose again until they went on the next road trip and went to Chicago. Runner goes, pitches outside, throw down to second, and a one-hop throw fielded by Ozzie Albies, not in time. Gurriel with a steal. Two balls and a strike on Tim Tawa. Here's the 2-1 pitch. In the dirt, good backhand stop by Baldwin. Yeah, found it. Braves started that winning streak here. Went home. That's what it was. Went home to New York. And it'll be popped up and sent foul. And they just went on a massive stretch. Let that foul ball go.
So it doinked off the facade of the third deck and came in hot down to the lower bowl and landed right in a big old beer. Great shot.
3-2 pitch. Tawa with a fly ball to center. Michael Harris trotting in. Michael has this one. And 2 away here in the 8th inning. So who had it worse? The fan with the beer down there or our partners over here to the left at Diamondback Spanish Radio?
Yeah, there's no question the radio broadcasters took the worst of that because as I've come to learn, you play-by-play guys, your scorebooks are like a archive of all the work you've done that season. It's like a treasure and a point of pride for you guys. So to see that ruined by a cup of coffee, man, that would be sad.
Because it's done for the rest of the year. You got to wear that stain.
Yeah.
Herrera takes a called strike. Well, I've got good news for them. They have their monitor replaced already. They got a brand new monitor over there, and it's even bigger than the last one.
Nice.
But coffee all over their scorebooks. A 1-2 Herrera in the air, foul into the seats down the left field line.
You do a really nice job on your scorebook. Very meticulous and very consistent with it. A much different story in my scorebook.
Here's the 0-2. That's popped up towards foul territory. And it's over there by the Diamondbacks dugout, lands a couple of rows back. What's funny to me is when you or whomever I'm working with, former player-wise at spring training, Kelly, Charlie, whomever, and it's those first few spring training games, and you start off with good intention.
Yeah.
By about the 3rd to 4th inning, you say, forget it. I don't need this. 0-2 is sent foul. So you guys always just kind of ease in. But those first few games, it's easy to say, forget it.
That's a challenge. the regular season games are a little bit easier. I do a better job here when we're playing the real games. Nothing like yours.
Davis Daniel brings it, and a swing and a miss from Herrera. Got him with a splitter. So a scoreless 8th inning for Davis Daniel. Nice job there. Final chance coming up for the Braves. We go to the top of the 9th, 6-3 Arizona.
Braves fans, this is Mike Morgan.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
If your car's been totaled in a crash, you're entitled to collect what it retails for on the lot. But if insurance companies don't offer what you deserve, we are here to keep them honest. Farah and Farah.
Tampa.
Guess who said the following?
I know they're a good team. We played against them earlier this year. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a fight just like it was here in the ALCS. So, I'll celebrate tonight.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Well, we go to the top of the 9th inning, and the Braves are looking to perform one more magic trick before we leave town. It's a 6-3 lead for the Diamondbacks, and the Braves will send up 9-1-2. That's Allen, Verdugo, and Riley. And on the mound now for the Diamondbacks, the hard-throwing right-hander Justin Martinez. He's from the Dominican. We did see him the other night. Gave up one unearned run in one inning in that 8-7 victory for the Braves. And on the season now for Martinez, 10 previous appearances, 1-1. With an ERA of 0. Last night he pitched the 10th and took the loss in the game. And it was his wild pitch that allowed Matt Olson to score to give the Braves an 8th run. They won 8-7. Nick Allen swings and fouls one off the inside of his left foot. 0-1.
Yeah, we talked about Martinez's elite stuff last night. He lives life in the fast lane, throwing his average fastball is right at 100 miles an hour.
There's the 0-1 to Allen. Nick sends one foul. That fastball 97. Well, the good news for Martinez is all the guys he saw last night, they're not due up right now. Last night, Baldwin, Albies, Harris, and Whitehall saw him. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that hit Allen. Fastball 97. And Nick will take that. Gets on the hard way, but he gets on base. Need a few more base runners.
Ooh, that's got to hurt so bad. Right in the low back kidney area. 97. Give up the body to get on first base in any way you can.
Yeah.
But that's a painful way to do it.
You might need an ice pack on the plane. Here's Alex Verdugo. That comes inside and misses. Doing whatever they can to get back into this game and find a way to strike late and come back and win another one. Down 6-3 in the 9th. It's been a perfect day for Verdugo, 4 for 4. 1-0 pitch. That registers as a strike. Got a splitter over. Verdugo a single in the 1st, a single in the 3rd. An RBI double in the 5th, and an RBI single in the 7th. Trying to get a rally going. He's the right bat to have at the plate. 1-1 for Martinez. Low and inside. Missed with a splitter. And if you can get Verdugo on here, put 2 on for Riley, you got the tying run of the plate. And now Jose Herrera, the catcher, going to go out and visit with not only his pitcher Martinez, but the rest of the infield.
Yeah, Martinez showing some wildness here. You know, already hit one batter. You talked about that really wild pitch last night to score the winning run for the Braves. Ben, I messed up today, man. I've been remiss. I have not wished my mom a happy birthday yet.
Well, you found better late than never.
Yes.
It's a good place to do it.
My wife sent me a picture of my 3 kids with my mom and her birthday cake. So happy birthday, Mama O'Day.
Yeah, happy birthday. Hope they're having a good day, and hopefully a Braves comeback that they can celebrate as they're listening today on our special day. 2-1 to Verdugo, misses high, 3-1. Boy, a hit batter and a walk would be just fine. Alex Verdugo counting his favor. Martinez fires. Verdugo swings and sends one foul. Counted 3 balls, 2 strikes. Verdugo, lots of confidence with a 4-for-4 day. Looking for his 5th hit. 3-2 pitch, fouled back. Had a good cut there. What would have been a called strike if he had not pulled the trigger. Verdugo's got the average up to 333. Rests an all-black bat on his left shoulder. And a 3-2 pitch. Inside, ball 4. And the Braves have something brewing here in the 9th. Martinez hit Allen, and he walks Verdugo. That'll bring Austin Riley to the plate. But not before Brian Kaplan walks out there to the mound to visit with his pitcher.
Ooh, baby. Yeah, you and I have talked about this. As a relief pitcher, when you're struggling as a unit, man, it's a burden that you carry out there to the mound. And, you know, that you can feel that weight. They've lost so many close games recently. A lot of them have been the fault of the bullpen. So as a young closer, Justin Martinez is probably feeling some of that pressure here, you know, to hold off this potent Braves offense late in this game and avoid a series sweep. So maybe trying a little hard. Pitching coach out there trying to calm him down, but Braves got to be really selective and make him come back in that strike zone.
Riley has seen him once in his career. He's 0 for 1. And now Austin will dig in there. 1 for 4 in the game with a double. He represents the tying run. No one out, top of the 9th. First pitch to Riley. And he zips over a fastball for a strike. Right-hander Martinez. Upper 90s with a heater. Ready to bring the 0-1 pitch. Here it comes, and Riley grounds one out to Suarez. He's got it. They go to second. They get 1, and over to first, and they get 2. A 5-4-3 double play, and that changes everything. Well, now the Braves suddenly down to their final out. And have to have a base runner to bring the tying run back up to the plate. That's the 3rd double play that the Diamondbacks have turned in this game. Nick Allen over to third base, 2 down. First pitch to Ozuna. That'll miss high. Marcel 1 for 4. Steadies his bat, staring down the right-hander Martinez. A 1-0 to the plate. That'll miss inside. Well, the Braves dangling by a thread down to their final out and trailing by 3 runs. It sure is easy. You could just look across this box score and find missed opportunities. But trying to create an opportunity here late. 2-0 pitch, hard hit ball down the left field line, in for a base hit. That rolls all the way into the corner. That'll drive in Allen. This will be an RBI double by Ozuna. It's a 6-4 game, and Matt Olson will represent the tying run.
You can never count him out. Marcel, good job getting getting a tough pitch down and in, line it down the left field. And he actually ran hard. Since he's had that hip issue, he's been really modulating his effort. On the base pass there, he boogied, make sure he got to second to make this even harder on Martinez, not having that force out at second.
Trailing by 2 runs. Here's Olson. First pitch to Matt Olson. Huge swing and a miss and a splitter. Olson 1 for 1 in his career versus Martinez. 0-1 pitch, low and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ozuna, the runner at second base. He'll be running on contact. But the Braves need some contact here from Matt Olson. If he reaches, Ozzie Albies comes to the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch to Matt Olson. And a called strike. Got a slow slider in there. And now the Braves are down to their final swing. Diamondback fans rise to their feet. They are urging on their right-hander Martinez to close the book on Olson and the Braves. Matt awaits. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled off. Just did touch that splitter. Olson 1 hit in this series. It was a single in the 6th inning of game 1. 4 home runs on the season for Matt Olson. One of those right here would be pretty sweet. Down to their final swing on the 1-2 pitch. Outside 2-2. Olson with a focused look on his face. Digging back in. Casts his gaze out on the pitcher, Martinez. Right-hander comes set of the belt. And the 2-2. Low ball 3. Good eye, laying off a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. If he walks Olson, the go-ahead run comes to the plate. But a 3-2 count on Matt Olson with a runner at second and 2 down. Martinez will bring his 22nd pitch of the inning. And that is outside for ball 4. Second walk allowed this inning by Martinez. And now it's Ozzie Albies who comes to the plate with an opportunity at redemption. You might recall he came to the plate in the 7th inning with the bases loaded and popped out in foul territory. Ozzie is 0 for 2 in his career versus Justin Martinez. And just trying to keep it alive with a base hit right here. After Ozzie, it would be Michael Harris. 6-4 Diamondbacks, top of the 9th. Time called by Ozzie.
It's hard to say this, but Ozzie's got to be patient. It's a big ask for him. He loves to swing, but Martinez has been all over the map this inning, giving these Braves opportunities left and right.
Ozzie awaits first pitch. And he drops in a splitter for a strike. Well, you see this guy throw 100, you get up and get into the box gearing up for that, and here comes the splitter. Kind of a knee buckler, isn't it?
It is. It's a really good pitch.
No balls and a strike. Righty-lefty matchup. Pitch to Albies, and he swings and pops one up, reaching for the stands, and that will leave the field of play. So now an 0-2 count. The Braves again down to their final swing of the game. Ozzie idles outside the left-hand batter's box. Slowly steps back in, trying to find a way to keep the Braves alive here in the 9th inning. Martinez set right at the belt, and the 0-2. Swung on and sent foul into the camera well down there. That was an ugly finder. And an 0-2 count on Ozzie.
Oh, Wiley.
Ozzie resting the bat on his left shoulder. Martinez comes set right at the belt. Runners take their leads. 0-2. Swung on and a fly ball to center. Coming in Thomas. He's under it. And he squeezes out number 3. And the Diamondbacks snap a 4-game losing streak. And they salvage the final game of the series. Braves made it very interesting. But too many missed opportunities in this one. And the Diamondbacks win it by a final score of 6-4. Back with the totals after this.
Jeff Francoeur here to talk with you about your car insurance. You gotta have it, so you might as well work with a company that invests your dollars right back into your community. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance supports grassroots efforts that strengthen rural communities and protect farms and products growing here in Georgia. You can rely on them for quality insurance coverage and to help protect our access to local food. Get a quote at gfbinsurance.com, Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance.
When you open a Corona, you hear the sounds of wherever you are a little differently. A little more Corona. And you think to yourself, why am I just listening? Corona. La Playa awaits. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hi, it's Chuck Dowdle. You all know.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Calling local business owners. Chase for Business is hosting a complimentary all-day event, The Experience Tampa, on Wednesday, May 21st at Armature Works. Join fellow Tampa business owners for a day of networking and marketing workshops while hearing from leading business experts on economic trends and tips for unlocking business growth. Plus, you can shop local vendors at the Chase for Business Marketplace. Register today for The Experience Tampa at chase.com/event Tampa. We'll see you on May 21st.
Businesses invite you into their store to spend money so they can make a profit. This means that under the law, they have a duty to maintain a safe premises.
Whether it's a leak on the floor, bad lighting, an item falling off a shelf, or if you're attacked on the premises, it doesn't matter.
Stores have a legal duty to keep you safe on their property.
Our responsibility at Farah & Farah is to protect you when they don't.
Tampa.
Upgrade with new windows. Nobody knows windows like Wanakee Remodeling. Their Renewal by Andersen windows are durable, full custom crafted, made to order, and professionally installed. Energy efficient windows from Wanakee Remodeling and Renewal by Andersen offer elegance, strength, and stability of wood with low maintenance features of vinyl. This month, buy one window or patio door, get one 40% off, plus special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more details.
Our tools make you feel like a Bosch. Like when you pile drive screws and bolts with the 2-in-1 impact driver, you'll feel like
Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, yeah.
Or when you powerfully blast through concrete with the Bulldog rotary hammer, you'll feel
like I have the power.
And when you make buttery smooth cuts with the Glide Miter saw, you'll feel
Scoobity-bee-bop smooth, baby.
What he said. With expertly engineered power tools, the more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating.
Keep celebrating when you bundle and save with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is seeing eye single. Do you know what it means?
43 minutes. Brought to you by First Liberty Building and Loan. If you're looking for $750,000 or more in financing to grow your business, contact First Liberty Building and Loan at firstlibertyga.com. So while the Braves didn't hit any home runs today, they did hit 3 yesterday. And Tire Discounters closed today, so the 3 the Braves hit yesterday is going to score you big tomorrow. So make sure you drop into Tire Discounters tomorrow. The 3 homers the Braves hit last night means you're going to score $125 off a set of select tires tomorrow only. Also a free alignment and free oil change with your tire purchase, and that comes to you only from Tire Discounters. Learn more about the Braves and Tire Discounters round tripper promotion at tirediscounters.com/Braves. On the horizon, the Colorado Rockies. Braves take them on tomorrow in game 1 of a 3-game series. We'll tell you more about that when we come back and close on the Braves Radio Network.
Meanwhile, at Xfinity.
We engineered Xfinity Internet with 99.99% network reliability.
Plus, Xfinity Mobile with Wi-Fi Power Boost gives you ultra-fast Wi-Fi at home and on the go.
Posting my tap dancing videos is easier than ever.
Now through April 17th, get 300 megabit Xfinity Internet and 1 unlimited mobile line together for $30 a month for 1 year. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Requires paperless billing and auto-pay to stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment tax and fees extra. After promo regulated supply. Xfinity Internet required. Extra speeds vary.
Lead with your ears. If you'll learn to really listen, you'll understand what your customers need and your business will grow. You'll know what motivates your employees and your team will thrive. You'll know how your spouse is wired and your marriage will blossom. You'll know what concerns your kids and you can strengthen them. You can even discover God's leading for your life and be fulfilled. This is Tom Gray, and This Stuff Matters.
ThisStuffMatters.net. There's a tidal wave of clean car happiness sweeping across Braves country. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is your go-to car wash destination for a game day ready ride. Experience Major League Clean at Tidal Wave, the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves. Stay clean car happy all season long with membership discounts, exclusive giveaways, and more. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for details.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
You know what my favorite thing about Braves games are? Everything. The crowds and the food and the baseballs and the food and the cheering and the food. Kind of like how everything at Cortland's Apartments is my favorite. Hi, I'm Cordy, Cortland's spokespug, here to tell you about the awesome live and play spaces at Cortland and the amazing resident service. That's probably why they were ranked #1 apartment brand on Reputation.com. Cortland, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Find your new apartment home at Cortland.com.
Hurry up and get your Braves tickets for the 2025 season. With great matchups and multiple seating options and packages available, there's something every fan will love. Visit Braves.com/tickets today.
Hey, it's Cellini here. Remember me and Chris, the baseball man, Domino, come to you starting at 10 o'clock every weekday until 2, right here on The Fan, your home of the Braves and the Fan app.
Well, tomorrow's a new day. Braves head to Colorado to take on the Colorado Rockies. That'll be our next broadcast. Game 1 of a 3-game series, so they'll be looking to bounce back from the 6-4 defeat today at the hands of the Diamondbacks. Our next broadcast tomorrow, Braves and Rockies at Coors Field in Denver. Braves Radio Network coverage will begin at 7:25 Eastern with a Ford leadoff show. And then Darren and I have the first pitch tomorrow night at 8:40 Eastern, 7:40 Central. It'll be Bryce Elder on the mound for the Braves. The right-hander is 0-1 with a 5.57 ERA. Right-hander Ryan Feltner goes for the Rockies. He's 0-1 with a 3.86 ERA. So for the guys back in studio, that's David Holloway and Lucas Kochevar. Also for Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer, Jonathan Chadwick, and also for our production assistant, Barbara Seville. I'm Ben Ingram saying so long and good evening from Chase Field in Phoenix. Final score, Diamondbacks 6, Braves 4. Stay tuned to the Hyundai postgame show starting right now with Barrett Sallee.
Thank you very much, Ben. A disappointing end to a successful series out there in the desert as the Braves fall 6-4 to the Diamondbacks. Marcell Ozuna gave the Braves a chance in the top of the ninth when he drove in Nick Allen to cut the D-backs lead to 6-4. That'll be our Xfinity play of the game. Xfinity knows live baseball is better with less freezing at the plate. That's why we deliver Wi-Fi built for streaming with ultra-low lag. Get the fastest connection to the Braves and stream more of the biggest moments from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. Totals, highlights, and sound from the clubhouse coming up after the break. You're listening to the Hyundai postgame show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Thanks for listening to Atlanta Braves Baseball on the Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce. This broadcast of Atlanta Braves Baseball is a presentation of the Atlanta Braves and Dickey Broadcasting Company, Atlanta. Any use of the accounts, descriptions, and audio of today's game without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves Major League Baseball Club and Dickey Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. Don't move, because the Hyundai postgame show is up next on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
Mega Millions just got an upgrade. With bigger jackpots plus better odds, $5 could win you your wildest dreams. But you'll need bigger dreams. So don't just dream of buying a new house. Dream about a house that has its own zip code. The new Mega Millions isn't just new car money. It's new helicopter money. So get ready for the new Mega Millions with bigger jackpots more often and get to dreaming bigger.
Spring has sprung, Braves fans, and baseball is finally back. Make your lawn Truist Park quality this season with Pennington Grass Seed. As the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew, Pennington knows how to help you grow a lush, healthy lawn. With over 80 years of history rooted right here in Braves country, Pennington has the perfect solution for you. Gear up for spring with Pennington and grow a lawn you can be proud of. Pennington Grass Seed, available at the Home Depot.
Spring in the South means a few good things. The return of baseball, good times, and Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms. Vidalia onions are the champagne of onions. It can only be a Vidalia if it's grown in a specific region of South Georgia where the soils are just right for providing that signature sweetness. So look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand Vidalia onions at your local grocery store this spring and summer. The flavor is guaranteed. The special occasion optional. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
Hope. It's more than a word. It's a breakthrough in the making. At City of Hope, we're pushing the boundaries of science, targeting cancer at the molecular level, with teams of experts working together to personalize a treatment plan right down to your DNA with unprecedented speed, making every second count, with appointments in as little as 24 hours. City of Hope, advancing cancer care at life-saving speed. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
At Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy.
Big news, pepperoni fans. Marco's Pizza is celebrating America's favorite topping the best way we know how. It's Marco's Pepperoni Fest with 3 pepperoni stuffed showstoppers. Sink your teeth into our new pepperoni bread for just $5. Grab a cheesy pepperoni pizzoli handheld or go big with our iconic pepperoni Magnifico pizza. Get all these bold pepperoni flavors at prices worth cheering for only during Marco's Pepperoni Fest.
Use code PEPFEST. California residents use code PEPFEST-CA. California prices higher. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Fees and restrictions may apply. See participating stores for details.
Hey, Atlanta, want to know the best thing about Urgent Ortho at Peachtree Orthopedics? Well, it's really great. First, they offer appointments the same day, on Saturday, or in the evening, so I can go when it works for me. Next, you get to avoid the crowded ER, and probably the best part, it costs less than the ER too. All that, and it's a total no-brainer. So why should you try Urgent Ortho at Peachtree Orthopedics? Simple, to get better. Call now to make an appointment or visit peachtreeorthopedics.com. The Braves Kids Club program is back this season with new and improved benefits, including 2 new membership options. Kids Club members enjoy all the perks of monthly Kids Club days at Truist Park and receive discounted tickets and invites to special events. Plus, your kids will love the new Kids Club kit, featuring an exclusive t-shirt, hat, and beaded necklace like the players wear. It's the best way to rep the Braves in your town. Visit Braves.com/kids to sign up for the Kids Club today. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves country.
Hey everybody, Buck Bellew here. When the Braves don't play at 7, join me for the new Buck Bellew Show here on The Fan, 680 and 93.7.
Another ball game is in the books, and we've got it all covered. This is the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Braves Radio Network. All the highlights, news, and audio from today's game is on the way. All driven by your local Hyundai dealer. Proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Visit buyhyundai.com.
Bills 3-2. Not a thing wrong with that. Here's the strike zone with a fastball.
Now live from the Battery Atlanta at Truist Park. It's time for the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Braves fall 6-4 to the Diamondbacks, who avoid the sweep in what is a fantastic series for the Braves. They go out west and take 2 of 3 from a really good Diamondbacks team. Alex Verdugo, 4 for 4 today as the spark plug for the Atlanta Braves. Let's get to the highlights, and there were quite a bit. Top of the first, Corbin Carroll on third after a leadoff triple, and Geraldo Perdomo steps in looking to give the Snakes an early lead.
Pitch from Schwellenbach, ground ball out to second. Ozzy's got it. He'll send it to first base. The run scores. A ground out puts 1 out up on the board, but also a run for the Diamondbacks. And it's 1-0 Arizona.
Bottom of the second, after a throwing error from Spencer Schwellenbach put runners on second and third, Lourdes Gurriel steps in looking to extend the Diamondbacks' lead.
Here's the 2-0 from Schwellenbach. And that's hit hard to deep center. Michael Harris going to charge towards it, make the catch. Tagging from third base, Suarez. Throw goes to Nick Allen, the cutoff man. That holds Thomas at second. Sac fly by Gurriel, and it's 2-0 Arizona here in the second inning.
Same score of fourth inning, 2 on for Alek Thomas, and he sizes one up and extends the lead.
Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Alek Thomas. And then Thomas strikes one to deep left field. Down the line it flies to the wall and off the base of the wall. That'll score Naylor. Suarez coming to the plate. Here's the throw from Allen. A good throw, and they have got him. Arriving at third base now is Alek Thomas. So 1 run scores. Braves get it out at the plate. And it's now 3-0 Diamondbacks.
Same score, top of the fifth. Braves looking to get back into it with Eli White on third. Alex Verdugo steps up.
2 balls and a strike. Verdugo awaits. Pitch on the way. There's a rocket down the right field line. Banged into the corner. That'll score Eli White. Verdugo heading to second base. And that'll be an RBI double for Alex Verdugo, who is 3 for 3. And it's now a 3-1 game here in the 5th inning.
3-1, bottom of the fifth. Spencer Schwellenbach still in, and he faces Geraldo Perdomo, with Perdomo having the outfield on his mind.
The 2-2. And he crushes one high in the air, deep down the right field line, curling towards the pole, and that is gone. Geraldo Perdomo belts one out of here. Just did stay fair down the right field line. His 4th home run of the year. And it's now 4-1 Diamondbacks in the 5th.
Schwellenbach went 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. 7th inning, runners on second and third. Brandon Pfaadt still in and facing Nick Allen.
Allen twitching his fingers on the handle of the bat, waiting on Pfaadt. Pitch on the way. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Eli White around third. Pedal to the metal, he'll score. 7, 8, 9 in the order, making it happen here in the 7th inning. It's now a 4-2 game on the RBI single by Nick Allen.
That chased Pfaadt, his final line, 6 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. Former Brave Shelby Miller comes in to replace him, and Alex Verdugo greets him rudely.
There's a ball punched in the air out to right center field, down for a base hit. They're going to wave around Baldwin. Here he comes. They just now hit the cutoff man. It's a 1-run game. Drake scores on a feet-first slide. A 4 for 4 game for Alex Verdugo, and another run batted in.
The Braves had first and third with no outs later in the 7th, but Miller got Riley and Ozuna, walked Matt Olson, and got Ozzie Albies to pop up to end the threat. Bottom of the 7th, the D-backs get a gift when Pavin Smith walked after what should have clearly been a third strike on a check swing. Josh Naylor is next up against Aaron Bummer and took advantage.
3-2 pitch in the air towards left center field. Michael Harris, he can't get there, it's down. 1 run is in. Here comes another run. 2-run score, and it's now 6-3 Diamondbacks. Some confusion out there between Verdugo and Harris. Harris was tracking, but at the last second, held up and it fell in. And it's a 2 RBI double by Naylor, and that's the base hit. The Diamondback bullet fired by Bummer.
Top of the 9th, Braves down 6-3. Nick Allen on second. The Big Bear chips into the lead.
2-0 pitch, hard hit ball down the left field line, in for a base hit. That rolls all the way into the corner. That'll drive in Allen. This will be an RBI double by Ozuna. It's a 6-4 game, and Matt Olson will represent the tying run.
2 on, 2 out. Ozzie Albies at the plate later in the 9th, representing the Braves' final hope.
Martinez comes set right at the belt. Runners take their leads. 0-2, swung on and a fly ball to center. Coming in Thomas, he's under it, and he squeezes out number 3. And the Diamondbacks snap a 4-game losing streak, and they salvage the final game of the series. Braves made it very interesting, but too many missed opportunities in this one, and the Diamondbacks win it by a final score of 6-4.
6-4 is your final for the Braves. 4 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. They left 10 on base. For the D-backs, 6 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, 6 left on base. Brandon Pfaadt's the winner. He's 5-1 on the season. Schwelly with the loss. He falls to 1-2. Justin Martinez gets the save, his 3rd of the season. Hey fans, there's never been a better time to test drive a Hyundai than right now. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. We'll take a break. When we come back, you'll hear from Braves manager Brian Snitker. This is the Hyundai postgame show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Make a big deal about the little things, like the little fact that 9 Hyundai vehicles have earned IIHS top safety picks this year, and offering a little thing called America's Best Warranty, because delivering safety and quality, pretty big deal. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month, or get 2.99% APR for 48 months, or $1,750 bonus cash. Hyundai is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Offers end April 30th. Call 813-867-0006 for complete offer details.
When you're looking for leading cardiac care, look to Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with 95% patient recommendations. You could say we're #1 in the heart of Georgia. We lead with 100 dedicated cardiovascular doctors, so you'll know your heart is in the best hands. We lead with compassion, because you are at the heart of our care. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with heart.
Have you ever wondered if there was something special you could put on your food to make it even better? There is, and it's called the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce, perfectly blending zesty peppers, tangy vinegar, and salty salt. The Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce makes curly fries into curl your toes fries, and every plate of nachos into nacho heck yeah. Only the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
The Major League Baseball All-Star Game is coming to Truist Park July 11th through 15th. Find all the details at Braves.com/All-Star Game.
Hey, Braves fans! SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the A, meaning SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of... The official ticket marketplace of...
That ball was crushed.
And...
Did you see that?
Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Braves games or to any other live event across Braves country, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of every home team win. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of... Let's go Braves!
Hey Braves fans, spring and warm weather are officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow Exterminators protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Atlanta Braves, so you know that you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Go ahead, caller. Got a question for Michael Harris II?
Michael, seriously, is that your Ford Bronco?
Yeah, a customized Bronco Raptor.
What do you like about it?
It's a great drive, comfortable, lots of smart tech, and it's ready for just about any adventure. And I look good in it.
No matter where you go to find your next adventure, find it in a smart and rugged Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV. For great offers, see your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves.
Finn here. Don't miss Atlanta Braves Today and your chance to win a pair of Brave tickets every weekday morning in the locker room during the 7 a.m. hour on the radio home of the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan.
You're locked into the Hyundai postgame show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network, driven by your local Hyundai dealer.